Hey, guess what? We're live.
We're live.
That was easy.
Hang on a minute. I'll check my pulse. Yep.
Are you live? You good? Hmm?
Yeah, we're live.
Mm,
Yep.
well,
Doof,
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
doof,
Very nice. Yeah, that's good.
doof.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Let's go to comments and let's see how many people are still awake. We'll see. We'll invite more people in because you know how I do it. There's a StreamYard link. People want to
Indeed.
jump in, Pam. So yeah, man, it's been exciting, dude. It's been a lot of bikes in and out of my shop. Made some good money. Hoping the
Cool,
summer
cool.
really picks up. That'd be nice.
It will.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you
Oh,
seen the world's smallest Game Boy yet?
did you put it in the oven, did you?
No. No.
Like
It's
the
the
old chip packets.
it's literally the size of a penny, a US penny. It's got a 1 centimeter screen. Check it out. You ready?
Does,
Boom.
does it come out? Does it come out with a? Oh, it does too.
Oh yeah. Oh, you can play it, bro. It is a playable, legit Game Boy. Look at that, huh? Choose my games. Tons of
Key
them on
ring.
here. Huh?
Is it a key ring?
Oh, what the fuck just happened? Why did my computer go to sleep? That was weird. Yeah, so it is a keyring. It's it it literally plugs into the bottom. What's up, Brett? So it has a standard USB plug. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah,
Micro
yeah.
USB. It runs Python coding, so you can code it yourself, install your own games. Hello, Mr. Toilet. I'm the shit. Well, it's nice to meet you, Man Stan. It's been a while since Man Stan's been in here. Um, so yeah,
There's down tap.
they're super cheap too, man. They're like $25. Cheap. You can buy them, install your own games. There's even a cord you can plug in and play with your friend. We were playing fucking Pong and Tetris against each other and tennis. It was fun. It was a good time.
Those are the
I'm
games I
amused.
used to play
Yeah, I'm
when it
amused by
first
little
started.
shit. Why does my screen keep going to sleep? Hold on one sec now. This is the third time my screen has gone to sleep. Display settings. What the fuck is going on here? Power and sleep mode. Sleep better. Brightness, color. No, it's not what I want. Display. Fucking
Timeout.
sleep.
Timeout settings. Is it?
What's that?
Timeout settings.
Well, so my computer just did an update, and I think it reset all my settings since the update. On battery power, turn off after 5 minutes. No. When plugged in, turn off after 1 minute. That's where we're screwing up here. We're going 5 hours. On battery power, let's see. That should have solved it. Okay. Let's see if that solved it. Yeah, that's crazy. Um, Yo, Joy, what's up? Is Royal Purple 1040 okay for a 150 Scoot Star moped? I mean, Royal Purple is one of the premium brands of oil that you can get. I'm not sure it's quite necessary to run Royal Purple in that machine. I would say, you know, Kiwi, you can actually probably attest to this. You've messed with synthetic oils before, yeah?
Yep.
So they did a lot of tests with synthetic versus conventional motor oil, where they basically took two engines identical, and they put synthetic in one, and they put standard conventional motor oil in the other,
Yep.
and they ran them both for an hour, and then they drained all the oil out of them, and then they ran the engines against each other. Right? Have you seen that test?
No, I haven't, but I can imagine.
So the idea is, which one burned up first, do you think? The one that was running synthetic or the one that was running conventional? After draining all the oil, they started them identically at the same time and let them run until they both burned.
I would say the synthetic burned out first.
So it actually lasted a bit longer, but only by 20 seconds.
Right.
So is it worth spending money on premium oils, would you say?
Well, if you go to the bike shops or the lawnmower shops or the chainsaw shops or the outboard shops, outboards have their own two-stroke oil, chainsaws have their own two-stroke oil, and fucking motorbikes have their own two-stroke oil. So each works in different ways. Like outboard two strokes, they've got water cooled. Chainsaws are air cooled or compressed air cooled with the fins on the flywheel,
Mhm.
and then you got motorbikes, which is like ram air. So
Mhm.
each oil is for different purposes, if you know what I mean.
Correct. Viscosity. Yeah.
So, so you wouldn't necessarily put fucking two-stroke outboard motor in a motorbike because it's different temperature.
Okay. So I found that over time, when it comes to scooters and stuff, conventional motor oil works just about as good as most synthetic oils do. Um,
Yeah.
if you were running this thing on a racetrack, then I would suggest something like Purple, Royal Purple. That's a high performance oil designed for racetrack usage, stuff like that. Is it
It's just
necessary
for
for
high revving. Like
right?
if you're flogging the fuck out of it. But
100%.
the other thing too, um, I think it's got a lot to do with smoke too. Like when you run an outboard, it's all coming out underwater or just below, and it doesn't stink you out. Chainsaws, it's yeah,
Well, he's talking about a four-stroke scooter. This is a 150. It's a four-stroker. So
right.
this is going to take standard, conventional, or
Just
you could
yeah,
run synthetic oil, but you're going to pay $5 extra for nothing. I mean, that's in my opinion, it's
yeah,
not worth it unless it was already a high mileage vehicle. Then the objective is to take as much friction out of the old parts as you can. But if
yeah,
it's a basic mileage, easygoing scooter that's going to see daily driving, my friend, I would just throw standard conventional oil in there, and I don't think you'll see a major
yeah.
difference in anything. I
Unless
think
it's
you'll be
Brixton Stratton.
yeah, yeah. I think you'll be fine. Hopefully that answers it. The reason the oil changes color is not because of engine wear and tear and use. A small amount of it is because of that, but the majority of the reason why oil changes color, and it depends on how fast it's going to change color too. And the depending factor is normally heat cycles on the engine, how hot it is in the area, and how many heat cycles are put on the oil. That's normally going to dictate how fast it changes color on you.
And also how good your rings are, if there's any
Yeah,
blowback.
yeah, very true, very true. All right, what's up, Michael McReynolds? This is fun. I like Troy. Troy's bringing in good questions. I've also noticed my bike, the exhaust smokes a little bit after I ride, but I also kind of, but ride it kind of far. Thanks for the info for the oil, though. I appreciate it. Well, now we've jumped into a problem here because you have a four-stroke, and four-strokes aren't meant to smoke. If your four-stroke is smoking, then maybe you should start using synthetic-based oil because that means that your rings might be getting a little bit worn out. How many miles you got on it? Let's start there. Is it a Chinese off-brand scooter? Is it a GY6 Chinese engine? That'll tell us a lot right out the hole. If it's a Chinese scooter or Taiwanese or anything outside of Japanese, then if you're seeing smoke and it's not a two-stroke, we clearly have a problem. We need to
Yeah,
establish what kind of smoke it is now. Is it black? Is it white? Is it gray? That's going to tell us a lot as well.
I just think right now his rings are fucked.
And that is definitely a big thing with scooters is once you start seeing smoke, your valves are either starting to get trashed or your rings are starting to go bad. 90% of the time, it's going to be your rings.
If it keeps smoking after you've stopped, you've got oil and exhaust,
Yeah.
and it's still burning off in the exhaust.
Yep. Yes, Chinese. It has 3,300 miles. 2022. It's pretty and
That's
this is
getting up. That's getting up there.
well, I mean 3,300. So here's the thing to remember, and this goes across the board for Chinese scooters. Anything with a GY6. Okay, so for those of you that don't know that are in here right now, because we got 5 people watching, a GY6 engine is a replica engine from China of a Honda engine that was originally designed in the Ruckus, the Honda Ruckus. And China took, and well, you know how China works. They steal the design of other companies and then they remanufacture it for cheaper, right? So this engine has been around since the early 2000s for Chinese scooters, and it is probably the most used engine in Chinese scooters. There's like 4 different types of GY6 engines. There's 50cc, 49cc, 150cc, and 125cc, and they're all QMB engines or Q57MJ engines. Okay.
I got a 150.
There you got a 150 out there? Oh, nice.
Yep.
The Chinese?
It's Chinese, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so it probably has a QMJ engine in it. If it's a 157, it's either a QMI or a QMJ engine, I would assume.
Yeah, it's got a cog for a chain on the back of it, and there's probably about, I don't know, 18 inches of what is it? The clutch system in it, and then it goes off to a
centrifugal
shaft.
clutch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Jody, what's up, man? Okay, so I want to get into this. So 3,300 miles on a Chinese scooter is not high, but it's not low either. The average Chinese scooter only lasts before the head needs a rebuild between 8 and 15,000 miles. That's all you get normally before you have to rebuild the top end. And that's on a 4-stroke. If you took that same logic and you took a Japanese actual Honda Ruckus and you wanted to compare reliability and quality of parts, the Honda Ruckus has been known to go for 100,000 miles before it needs an engine rebuild. So if that tells you the difference in quality between the Chinese version and the actual Honda Ruckus version, Chinese scooters barely ever break 10,000 miles before the engine is toast and needs a whole rebuild from bottom up. That's lower rod bearings, that's everything. So you're in the in-between, and you better hope that the parts that are in there are functioning properly. If you're hearing weird noises and stuff like gurgling from your oil or some little kind of banging on the bottom of the engine, that's normally the rings have worn out and the rod is starting to get loose, which is causing it to kind of bang back and forth a little bit on the cylinder walls. So you might want to pay close attention to your engine, man. If you're getting smoke already, that's not really a good sign. Smoke is never a good sign from a 4-stroke.
And the other thing is it a manual or is it one of those bloody centrifugal clutch jobs?
Centrifugal clutch jobs. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. I've come across Chinese scooters that have lasted well into 25,000 miles, well cared for. Somebody took the time, energy, effort, did the maintenance, did the valves every 1,000 miles, like cared for. They can last a long time, right? But sometimes
just get yourself a Honda.
Yeah, and that's
or a Yamaha or a Suzuki or
that's what most people
Kawasaki.
do. They'll buy a Chinese scooter, not realize that they bought crappy quality for almost the same price as a Honda. They'll buy a Chinese scooter for $3,000 and not realize for like $500 more they could have just bought a Honda Ruckus and called it a day. But you get taken advantage of. These dealerships don't care. These Chinese dealers, they'll just sell you whatever for as high as they can get out of it.
Always do your homework.
Yes. Rats in here. What's up, bro? All right, so he says, I've noticed the exhaust makes a weird noise when I give it gas. Other than that, the bike sounds great. Okay. Well, I say send it for now then. Just monitor the amount of smoke coming out. If you start seeing a lot more, then time to take a look at some things. It only smokes when I touch the exhaust, not when I don't touch it.
Your finger?
What?
Your finger smokes?
What? I'm so confused. Why are you touching your exhaust?
It's smoking because your skin's burning.
That's interesting. Huh.
Don't put your cock on
it. Alan, what's up, man? It's good to see you, Alan. You Troy, you'll have to explain that further. I mean, if it's not smoking when you're not touching it, then I wouldn't even worry about. I don't know. I'm weird, he says. He's out there licking the pipe.
It only smokes when my tongue's burning. Yeah.
Oh God, Fireman CV says, "What are you touching the exhaust with?" Oh
Yeah.
gosh, that's fun. All right, well, my computer still, for some reason, keeps going to sleep. So let me sort this out real quick. I think I need to go to my wallpaper settings, is what it is. Screensaver
But
here.
but you're not actually going offline. It just goes to sleep and the camera's still going. So
Yeah, I know, but I like to see what's going on. Change screensaver. Okay. Oh, it says wait 1 minute, then go to sleep. Yeah, okay. So clearly my computer, when I did the system reset, I'm taking this all the way up to an hour.
9 hours
There we go.
later.
Apply. Okay. All right. That should have solved that. Let's hope that worked that time. I'm not gonna touch it for a minute now. We're gonna see what happens. 7 people in here. Mike B, what is going on? Are you feeling all right nowadays, Dan? I don't know how I feel, man. I'm going in tomorrow to have my balls drained again, if that tells you anything. So, all right. So my bike needs a rebuild. Will it be expensive to get fixed? Will they put a new motor on it, or will they just rebuild it? So that really comes down to you and your choices that you're making. You can drop it off and say something's wrong and let them diagnose it, or you can say, I'm pretty sure my rings need to be replaced, and they'll just throw a head on it. And that's pretty cheap. It's about 270 bucks, 300 bucks to have a new head put on it. You can do it yourself. It literally costs $40 for the kit. A couple bolts, the whole head just pops off. Put the new cylinder on there. Put your timing chain back on. Put your timing guides back in there. Put the valve cover, put the cam valve back on. Boop, tighten the head down. You're done. You do it all yourself. It's really simple. There's 1,000 videos on YouTube showing you how to replace scooter heads and the piston. It literally just a couple tools. I think I have a teardown video of a top end of a GY6 to show you guys how easy it is to get. Like, it takes 15 minutes to get all the way down to the piston and pop it off. So it's literally that simple if you wanted to do it. It's not difficult, but a shop doesn't care. They'll still charge you $190 an hour to do it. They don't care. So they'll take your money if you give it to them. They'll sell you the same eBay kit that you're going to install on it and charge you 300 bucks.
Indeed. Or if they fit, put a Honda one on it.
Yeah. So the original GY6 139 QMB engines do fit Honda parts, but Honda had a big stink about it because obviously it was stolen tech. So they made China change a few things so that a lot of Honda parts wouldn't fit anymore. Long case size, engine diameter slightly, just enough of a change that their parts wouldn't fit on their bikes. They wanted to keep people from doing that. So, which seems weird to me because it's like, shit, why? Now you're losing money. Fuck, if all these people are gonna buy all these parts for me for your Chinese scooters and you're making money. Why would you want to turn down money? Even if they're not buying your bikes, they're still buying your parts. What's the matter?
But that's not the point.
I know. Japan wants to make a point. Oh gosh. Yeah, so he says, okay, so even when the engine is toast, it's not super hard to get it running again. That's good. No, it's really not, man. Just make sure whatever parts you order on the bottom of your engine, on the kickstand side, on the lower side of the engine, on the bottom of the engine block, there's a little plaque right there. There's some numbers on there. Depending on the size of your engine, it'll normally say, 157 QMJ or 139 QMB or 139 QMI. Make sure that whatever parts you're ordering for that bike are for that exact engine model number, because if you're not ordering off that engine model number, everything on eBay just says for GY6 50cc, and then you order one and it'll be for the wrong GY6 engine, not your GY6 engine. So
What part of the country is he in, Dan?
that's a good question. I guess we'll have to ask, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Troy, where are you from? Fireman says, ew, dude. Ew. Well, you wait. I'm going to get some. Hold the show down. I'm going to go grab more water. I'm still thirsty.
Cool.
Show him your dick
Cool.
something. Have fun.
Oh, I can show them my hernia. Who wants to see my hernia? But anyway, how's it going, Mike B? And everyone else, Katie, it's been a wee while since I've been on live. I tested my internet from my shed to the house. It works, but it wasn't that great, so I just canned it. But before that, it's been over a year since I've been live, so it's just the things of it all. But it's a lovely day here, raining, cold, miserable. I'll just have a look at the chat here, see if it comes up. Comments. There we go. Diddle-diddle-doo. All right, here we go. The man is back.
Yeah, I also grabbed an orange because
Because you
why
can.
not? Because I can, and I'm on a fruit kick.
Does it remind you of anything, Dan?
Hmm?
Does the orange remind you of anything?
Yeah, my balls. Except mine was more like a watermelon. I wish they were only that big. That'd be amazing. I see you over there talking about my nuts, Brett. It's cool. Listen, I know you care about me, bro. Some of the people that are in here just joining are like, what the hell are these guys talking about? What the fuck? So for those of you guys who don't know, I've had multiple hernia surgeries, and some went smooth and other ones didn't. So I'm still dealing with a lot of not smooth.
Troy said he's from Oz.
Really? Oh,
What is an Oz struck in failure?
AZ.
Oz struck in failure, or the West Island, or?
Well, I think he said AZ, Arizona.
Oh, Arizona. Look like OZ.
AZ.
Moving on. I'm only on the phone.
Okay. Okay. Let's see what he said. Yeah, I take great care of my bike. Only mistake I've made is at once little oil a little low. Well, that's not good. A little faster than I should, but usually change the oil every 6 to 7. Well, you can easily. Okay.
Fill it with grease.
My friend, you could take that sucker to 2,000 miles before you change the oil, and it would still be fine. We don't have to change it that soon. If you want to get really meticulous, every 1,000 will be fine. But I wouldn't do it every 600 or 700 miles, bro. That's too few miles. You barely even put heat cycles on that oil.
That's the trick too. If you're going to run your bike or any machine, don't start it, run it, stop it. It's not even hot. Otherwise,
Collects moisture.
It's not good.
No, a lot of motorcycles do that, and then they collect moisture in the oil, and then it comes out looking like a milkshake, and they can't figure out why. Never short ride bikes. Never. So bad for him. Kiwi was threatening to pull out his hernia for a photo opportunity. Oh, nice. Kiwi has a good hernia too. Big bro, I have a whole question on this Trans Pro moped I have. Trans Pro. Damn, man. There you go. Now the thread is done. I happen to find. I'm curious. I've never heard of this brand, Trans Pro moped. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look it up.
Uncle Google.
Moped.
I like those big mopeds. What are they? 400s, 550s?
Oh, interesting. Trans Pro is a company and it's all one word. Let's try that again. It's not a moped, it's a scooter. All right, so to clarify, before you keep calling it a moped is a motor assisted pedal bike.
That's it.
Yeah. There's a difference to a moped and a scooter. Scooters are gas powered with no pedal assist. Mopeds are so back in the day they used to have a lot of mopeds. That's all you could really buy back in the day was a little tiny engine on there. And yeah.
Then Pagani came along and Vespa and they made good sized ones.
Yeah, they did
Proper
make some
scooter.
fairly little two strokers too, man. Some of those two
Yeah.
strokers would rip,
And
bro.
and they had gearboxes,
Mm-hmm.
shifter on the
Yeah.
handle.
Yeah. So, I'm not trying to be a dick, and I know you probably didn't know that. So hopefully that helped your understanding. Yeah, you got to be careful because when you're in some of the scooter groups and you say you have a moped, man, you'll get thrashed by people, bro. They don't play that game. Some people won't be friendly. Wow, the tank is in here. Tank RC.
I actually had a moped when I was in England. It was a 50cc push, and
Oh,
it was an
poosh, yeah.
orange one from the 70s,
Okay.
and it went well. Cleaned the carby out, put some fuel in it, put some oil in it, where it went.
All right, so I'm at TransPro website. What model do you have? I'm going to take a look at what they got here. These are all Chinese. I'm going to tell you right now, they're all Chinese. TransPro is just a branding model. These are all Chinese scooters. They all have GY6 engines in them.
So what are they based on? Just their own design?
Oh, some of these have GY6 engines. Some of them don't. Some of these have two-stroke setups on them. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm curious now. Let's see what he's got. We'll wait and see what his model number is if he knows it off the top of his head.
Like I look like a pinhead.
Did you see what Fireman CV said?
No?
He said TSA would be all over Kiwi if they did a pat down on him.
I could just about stick my head up someone's ass at this size.
So every time I go into TSA, right, they always see my hernias. They can see where the repair jobs were. And I go, oh, yeah, that's metal. That's mesh. And they go, this machine doesn't pick up metal. And I said, well, how does it know? Those are both identical where I had my hernia fixes. How does it know that I had my hernias fixed? And it goes, it doesn't. It detects fluid or open spaces. Lots of fluid or open spaces. And I says, so how does that help you? And they go, because then we can tell when people have had things shoved inside of them. And I was like, that's really crazy technology. I'm not going to lie. That's crazy. It's not detecting any metal pins or mesh or anything. No, just fluid buildup. A lot of fluid.
Yeah, it's better than having a rubber glove put on someone's hand and sticking up your ass.
Truth. Yeah. What do you say here? Yeah, it's a Chinese, but it's kind of like broke in. LOL. No key, start, or no battery. I'm not sure of the model. So it's Chinese bike. Well, I mean, I'll teach you how to hotwire it in 2 seconds. Just disconnect the the ignition and kickstart it, and it'll start right up.
Yeah, the main question is, what did he pay for it?
Yeah. I didn't just tell everyone how to hotwire a scooter either, by the way. Hopefully somebody was paying attention that might not have not needed that information.
You just drive a fucking pair of scissors down the ignition and give it a fucking wriggle and then give it a twist. Because everything's plastic on Chinese.
Well, unfortunately, I've done that and it doesn't work on Chinese scooters. But
really,
yeah, they're metal and aluminum inserts inside. You give it a twist, it'll break it all up. It won't allow you to. It'll lock out real quick.
pop the top off and pull it out, and then you can put a screwdriver in and click it.
Drill Gang TV. Well, you can always pull the CVT cover off and hand spin the engine from the front of the variator. So if you pull off the CVT cover on the transmission, the pulley on the front needs to go forward to turn the engine over. So if you took a socket and a drill and you put it on there and you twisted it, it would turn the engine over fast enough to start the scooter. There's always a way
What
to
if you
start
haven't?
something, bro.
What if you haven't got a drill?
Better check in with your neighbor. At that point, I'm done helping you, man.
I don't understand.
I've done it all, man. You'd be surprised what you have to do to troubleshoot when people don't have properly working stuff.
Yeah.
That
I've
would
got a
work.
bang at it.
The question is, that would work with no battery attached. My friend, that would work with no battery attached. It doesn't need a battery to run because once it starts the engine, the stator starts supplying power for the bike to run. It doesn't need the battery. It's producing over 13.5 to 14 volts once the engine starts. Just like your car. If you start your car, you can disconnect the battery. The alternator is producing.
Is this still Troy, is it?
Yeah. No, this is Drill Gang.
Oh, okay. Well, if Troy wants an engine, he can come and get my one that's in the shed if he wants it. I got no use for it.
There you
It's a
go.
150cc. You can pop
Yeah.
over anytime you like.
Make your shit a little rocket ship, man. Yeah, what Troy was I don't know if Troy's still in here, but to answer the rest of Troy's thing, he said, I'm not sure, my oil was low. I think it was so yeah, if you ran your oil to the bottom of the dipstick, bro, that means you had a quarter of a quart of oil, because it doesn't even take a full quart to fill those engines up. You were running your engine on a quarter of a quart of oil. That's not a lot, dude. That's a very small amount of oil. So that would definitely, create engine damage if that was the case. So
Yeah, and overheating does cause smoke, so.
Yeah, wears your rings out really fast when they don't have proper lubrication. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe that's what I'll do.
No, stop there. No, stop there.
Kiwi, I'll buy a 50cc scooter and do a total just flatline it. I'll flatline it. I'll keep it full beans, and I'll drain the oil out and just tack it open with a zip tie and just leave her at full beans until the engine goes.
Well, I'm not being sexist or homophobic or anything, but hey, my rings have run. My ring's fucked. Could you add more lubrication?
Oh my gosh. Drill says, thanks guys. I've been watching you a lot. Thanks for the help, man. No problem, bud. I hope I didn't cause any damage. Like, seems to be running fine. I mean, Troy, don't ever run it that low again, man. Well, I think the first thing you need to understand is that scooters shouldn't lose oil. So now you have to figure out where the oil's going, because it should have
Going into the exhaust pipe.
Yeah. And that's my worry, is that if an engine's losing oil and it's not a two-stroke, where's the oil going? It's either burning it, or it's ending up somewhere on the other side of the engine, or it's leaking off into the gear case or somewhere. Where's the oil going? We need to figure out where that oil went. So if you're burning oil or you're losing oil, there's something problematic going on there. You should have almost the same amount of oil when you go to change it as you did when you put it in.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Lewis. Lewis said, good work, guys. So, yeah.
We can only but try. We can only but try.
Yeah. I've made enough videos telling people, change your fucking oil. Look, did you see Sad Keanu? I made Sad Keanu. 3D printed Sad Keanu Reeves sitting on a bench.
He's not sitting on anything. You're going to have to make the bench.
Now. He's not now, but I am. I'm setting him, like I can set him on the top of my computer, and he just sits there and looks sad. He just looks at me all sad. I don't know. It seemed like the thing to do. Sad Keanu.
Well, he did have a rough upbringing, though, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, his girlfriend died and all that craziness. No, it was my fault. I'm not losing oil. I accidentally checked the oil in my driveway, which isn't a flat place, so it made it seem like it wasn't low when it was.
He's a dipshit then.
Ooh, damn, man. Kiwi with the dipshit. It's okay because we fix it here, so we're good. That is funny. Dipstick, dip. Aha, I see where you're going with that. I see where you were going with that, sir. That's catchy. That is catchy. I like that. That is a good one. Oh, gosh. I don't know why I'm so sore. Oh, I do. I was laying on the ground most of the day. I was trying to
Do
put
you,
a.
do you, do you have like a small foam mat type thing that you put on the ground, or you just lie straight on the concrete?
Straight to the pavement. All right, so it looks like Troy just left. Looks like all we got left now is Mike B.
Mike B!
We went
Wasn't he
from
up here?
7 down to 1, huh?
Wasn't Mike B up here?
I don't know. You want to come in, Mike? Yeah. StreamYard link. Troy, if you want to come on up, man, feel free to join us on the panel. Just click on that link, create a name for yourself, and as long as I don't see your dick hanging out when you pop up on camera, I'll let you in. You guys have any idea for a dirt bike to rebuild? I've been trying to find a bike to rebuild for fun. I mean, that's all my channel's about is finding bikes to rebuild for fun.
I can suggest one if you can find one. TT 500 Yamaha
Oh my
70s.
god, bro. That bike was dumb rowdy, bro. Dumb. That was a
I had one.
stupid bike.
I had one back in the day. Bought it cheap, and then I couldn't be bothered with it anymore, and so I sold it to a motorbike wrecker for $300. That bike today is probably worth close to $5,000.
Bro, they had a 2-stroke 500 CBR or CRF. Do you remember that? The
CR,
Honda.
just the CR. They didn't
Was
have
it the?
an F on the end of it.
You're
F
right.
means four-stroke.
You're right. It
F
might
means
have been a
four-stroke.
CR. You're probably
CR
right on that.
500.
It
My
was
brother had one. He sold it because he
yeah,
came
it'll
off the
kill
back
you.
into the wheel stand,
Yeah, it'll
and
kill
he
you,
ended up dragging his knees on the ground. And while he was dragging his knees on the ground, he only had one thing to hang on to, and that was the handlebars. Of
bro.
course, when you're hanging on, you're twisting the throttle, so it was
Yeah,
worse.
just
So
kept getting away
he
from
just
you.
he just let go of it, and he's got himself a Aprilia now.
Let's see if I can find that dirt bike. Bike.
Actually, TT's more of an enduro.
Funny sale. Yeah, here it is. This shit is so fucking great, bro. All right. I'm gonna. Is this it? This is it. Craigslist ads. Yeah, here we go. All right. It was a CR. You're right, CR. It was a CR2, a Honda CR 500 2-stroke. This fucking ad is great, man. I'm actually going to share this because this is the funniest ad. Oh, wait. Where'd Kiwi go? Kiwi just bailed. I don't know where Kiwi went. He was talking and then he wasn't. Huh. All right. Well, until Kiwi comes back, I'm going to share this ad with you. Oh, Kiwi's back. Okay. He's back.
I'm the dipshit. I push the
Nope.
back button instead of pushing the X.
Okay. I mean, Troy, you could have, yes. Yeah, running it that low, man, that's pretty low. I don't know how long you ran it like that for. Idling, you would have been fine. Driving it around, that would not have been good for driving it around. You wouldn't have even basically had enough oil to get to the oil sump to get oil to the top of the engine. That's not good, man.
That
Not
must have
good.
been a very long. Was that a long hill that he went down?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh gosh. All right. Kiwi, I wanted to say you were right. It is a CR 500. You are correct, sir. Okay. Let
That's
me
all right, mate.
let's see.
But
Share
there is
screen.
another video there that the CR 500F actually beats the CR 500.
Really?
Oh, it's a 450. I don't know, one of those big buggers anyway.
All right. Can you see this ad?
I know. far too small for my.
Yeah,
Oh no, here we go.
I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it. So
Not
this guy
not
posted
for the
this.
kids or pussies.
Yeah, this guy posted this Craigslist ad. He said, "Not for kids or pussies. You breathe on the throttle and the front wheel is up, dropping panties. Go ask your mom; she'll tell you. Suggest you wear a helmet so you don't end up like Superman." yo, you get the joke, bro? Christopher Reeves fell off a horse and fucking got paralyzed.
Broke his neck. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This dude is on one, bro. Whoever wrote this ad is hilarious. If you kick it, better wear a MX riding boot or you'll break that twig you call a leg. Yes, it's a two-stroke, so you'll be mixing gas and slapping ass all day. Ever wonder what it looks like to be Michael J. Fox? Well, look no further. This thing is going to shake your arms off. Low on testosterone because your wife stole your dignity and sense of being a man again? Well, this is your opportunity to go back in her purse and get your balls back that you should have never given up in the first place. These bikes aren't made anymore, just like women that can cook and clean. So just like those women, this beast needs to be chained up every night. This dude, whoever wrote this, bro, this dude is a riot. I've seen this circulate a few times now, and I've seen some other people make fun of that post and like redo that post on Marketplace and but he was the original. This guy just made the best ad ever for the CR500.
Can you investigate who he is and get in touch with him and tell him to come on alive with you? That'd
No,
be
but
funny as fuck.
that would be funny as fuck. I agree with that. Yeah, I would love to have that dude on here. He's that's one of the most original ads I've ever seen that breaks all the rules of
Hmm?
being posted and nobody cared. Somebody just screenshot it like, look at this shit, shared it, and it went viral. You think I could have still
What-
Yep, I appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna head out. All right, sounds good, Troy, man. Hopefully we're able to help you a
cool.
little bit tonight.
Yeah, and always remember to measure oil dipstick on flat ground.
Hmm.
Yeah.
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 See if my girlfriend said good night. She probably did. Oh, maybe I should say
Good
it.
night. Good night.
Just for
I've
kicks,
not done
commented.
one thing today.
You said you haven't done one thing today?
No.
Oh my gosh. That bad of a day, huh?
No, it's just fucking miserable, wet outside. It's just, yeah, sitting in front of the heater. I should get some wood in and light the fire. Can't be fucked. I'll maybe myself a couple of cups of tea, though. That's about it.
That's what I should do. I should go heat up some coffee.
Coffee's not good for you.
Huh?
Coffee's not good for you.
It's good for me and my liver. Actually, it's really good for me because I have horrible ADHD, and to counteract ADHD, they say people with ADHD should drink more coffee because it actually speeds up their brain instead of slow it down. So I don't know if you know how ADHD works. You would think that would be a bad thing, but technically, ADHD is the opposite of what everybody thinks it is. They say people with hyperactive disorder are too, hyped about everything and can't sit still. And that is the case because what's happening is the brain is all red. It's applying the brakes. And the brain is trying to find some way to stay awake and alert. So what it's doing is it can't focus on things. It wants to have fun or do something that's going to keep the brain occupied. And so what coffee actually does for ADHD people is it actually gives them that high that they're looking for and allows them to sit and concentrate better. It's really interesting how it works. Look at this dick.
Yeah.
Look at this fucking fuck you, motherfucker. So yeah, there's good studies about ADHD and coffee, man, and it really helps me out.
Coffee does for you?
Yeah, heavily, bro. I drink like 6 cups a day, man, and I can actually focus and like sit still and like do things when I'm not.
I was told not to do caffeine for my ADHD.
Who told you that?
The doctor.
What the fuck?
It depends on the case. It really does.
Okay.
So, but but I drink a Mountain Dew a day, so
Oh, well, I don't do all that now.
It's all good, but
So yeah, I'm trying to pull up the wave pattern of an ADHD brain. So you always want to see like yellow or green. That's a normal brain wave pattern, right? Anything red is bad news, man. It just means that that whole section of the brain is running slow. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And there's no way to speed it up. So it's like you take Ritalin is supposed to
Mhm.
counteract that slow phase,
Right.
right? And it does, but it also turns the kid into a damn zombie.
Yeah.
You know, whereas
Yeah,
coffee, go.
Yeah, they over medicated me when I first started on it. It was like
Mm.
50 milligrams of Ritalin.
Yep.
Yeah, totally felt like a total zombie. Couldn't really answer any
Yep.
questions or anything. I was like,
Yeah, that's
Ritalin, that date rape drug.
no,
What?
no, yeah, no.
No.
But
Ain't
this
got
is
no
a
speaker audio yet. I don't know what the fuck is.
fucking
God.
motherfucking shits and fucks. I
Hey,
love
get rid of
Mike.
that son of a bitch.
Mike. All right, so here's the brain pattern of a so ideally optimal is yellow and green, which you see right here,
Right.
right? And then the top is the 14-year-old female low, and so it's all theta based stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so you can see where the brakes on a 14-year-old female with theta activity as ADHD is like heavily applied. Same thing with a male. Only the back lobe cortex is what's actually processing. The whole front is just shut down. You know,
Right.
so coffee helps stabilize that whole front section. You know, not that you want to be giving a 9-year-old fucking, kid fucking coffee, but once they reach like 14, 15, they want to have some coffee. I'd say that's fine. But
Yeah.
it's really interesting how all that works, man.
Oh yeah.
But my ex-wife was living with this chap, and his son was diagnosed with ADHD, and she cured him rather early in life with fucking high fiber, low sugar or no sugar diet.
Right.
And I got a colleague at work who drinks so much fucking coffee in a day, and he puts like fucking 4 or 5 teaspoons of sugar in a normal little coffee cup, not a
Ooh, I
big
don't-
one,
Oh no,
and so he can function.
no,
And
straight black,
he's
straight black for me, sir. I will take it as black as you can
Yeah.
go with it.
Yeah.
you can render that stuff. You can render that shit down to a tar.
I don't even see the point of drinking coffee if you're just gonna pile sugar loads into it and change the
I know.
flavor.
I know.
Like the whole
I
idea
know.
of coffee is to get the roast flavor and enjoy it. The moment you start adding, oh, fucking pumpkin spice, and oh, look at kiwi lime pie, like the fuck, it's not even coffee anymore. What the
Not
fuck is
coffee
it?
anymore. No.
What the fuck was the point of all that? How about have the coffee with a key lime pie? That'd probably be pretty good. Fuck
Right.
black, get the roast flavor, and then boom, like a coffee and a donut. That's the whole like concept of it. Makes sense. Not mixed the congealed
Right.
pile of crap. Yeah, I
You
don't
can
get
drink
it.
the coffee. Can you drink the coffee through the donut
Yeah,
like a
Yeah.
Mars bar? Bite the ends off it, or do you get those Tim Tams or fucking Chit Chats over there? You
what is
bite the end off the 2 biscuits and you dip it in your coffee and suck it through the chocolate.
Oh shit! No, I don't. Well, so some places have those. Some expensive coffee places have those. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a Shell gas station burnt coffee motherfucker over
There
here.
you go.
Give me that 99-cent
Yeah.
pot of shit that's been sitting there for 4 hours, bro.
I want the tar, man. Give me the
Right.
tar.
Give me the tar, bro. I want burned rubber taste in my mouth.
Right.
Bring it on. I'm going to a burnout session now, anyways. Let's have it.
Yeah, but you sold the Suzuki. What's
I
that black
know,
mark
man.
on your tooth? What's that black mark on your tooth?
Well,
Hello, Michael.
I thought we destroyed the engine already because I told I was doing my part 4 of the restoration of the F3 and I got it running and I was like, hell yeah. So we burned that tire that was on there off, but while we were burning off, I got some really heavy clunking in my engine. Started knocking really bad and I was like, what the fuck is that? Did I just blow the engine up trying to have some fun for this video?
Right.
I was pissed, bro. So I brought it back. I drove it back and it was like You could hear it. It was slapping something around inside there. I was like, oh my God, I'm pretty sure I just destroyed the lower rod bearings on this bike.
Right.
So I got home and I let it cool off for a while, and then I started it up again and it was gone. I was like, what the hell? If it was a bad bearing, man, it'd be doing it all the time. So I let it warm up again, and as soon as it got to the midway point on the heat, I started hearing it come in, and I was like, So I started fucking with the manual cam chain tensioner, right?
Yeah.
And I tightened it down a little bit, and it went away. I was like, oh shit, interesting. Wow, there was that much slack, and it got more slack the hotter the bike got.
Wow.
It was enough to make it just slightly out of sync with the timing, so it was kind of clunking back and forth.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, I thought I blew the bike up. I was like, oh fuck, that's a first. I've never blown a bike up before. That's the first one for me.
So were you able
Good
to
save.
adjust it and get it right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's good now.
Yeah. Is that an electronic timing? Or is that chain driven or mechanical?
No, it's got a CDI. It's got a computer ECU operated timing stuff.
Okay.
So who's
Mike.
this?
Go
We've
ahead.
got Edge. Sean.
Mhm.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hello, Sean.
Not too bad.
Have I met Sean before?
Yes.
I think so. You should know Sean. He's been around forever.
Oh, fuck, it's been a long time. I'm getting old.
It has been a long time, actually, since
Slap Seal said, exactly. Drink coffee like a man. Chew it.
That's right.
Fucking. Oh, trust me. We did oil cleaner. It's called U.S. Cavalry. Oh, fuck. What happened to Mike? Mike was in here. He must be having microphone problems still or audio sound problems.
Who's that? Musty Vagina.
Musty Vagina.
Right.
Yeah, he always has a catchy name. I like it when he pops in under different ones. What was the other one? My Pussy Itches. That was funny.
Yeah, right.
When he had that one for a while, bro. He rocked the shit out of that name for a minute. I was like, yeah. Like, nobody wanted to let him in the stream because they're like, who the fuck is My Pussy Itches? I was like, that's Mike. He's cool. They're like, I'm not letting him in with that name, bro.
Hell no.
I was like, nah, he's cool, man. Yeah, I do too. I'll have fun with my name pop up on other people's shit and call myself like Robocock.
Right.
Weird shit. I hate penguins. What the fuck is it up with this guy and penguins? Yeah.
I love penguins. They're cute.
Oh man, fuck, I hate them.
No. He's not allowed nuns.
Right.
He's got a thing for nuns. They're all virgins.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is how's episode 1 of the Shet Show going so far? We're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right.
All right. Talked about some bikes, penises, itchy vaginas,
Balls, hernias,
hernias. Yeah. Oh, we even got to see
coffee,
one.
coffee.
Coffee. Yeah, man.
Want to see my new project?
Yeah, let's see it.
All right. Let's see.
Don't show us your cock.
Yeah.
Okay, what the fuck is this?
So this
It's a synthesizer.
No, it's a video upscaler.
Oh shit, that's gangster. So
Video
you 3D printed the
upscaler.
case yourself? Did you design the case yourself?
No,
You
I got
found one.
Yeah.
What, did you just go to Thingiverse?
Yeah, for specifically with 2 ports on it. So it has video 1 in and 2 out. So
He stole his nephew's bloody lunchbox. That's what he's done.
Are you following somebody else's design then? Like, did you design the internals yourself, or are you following somebody else's design?
Like I was following somebody else's on this too, but I did actually have to change some stuff on there because they were actually wrong about the positive and negative on how it actually converted into this board here.
Okay.
Like I hooked it up like that and it didn't work at all.
What is that PCB? What is that? What's
the designation? So this is a clock scaler.
Okay.
So you don't lose any latency when you're playing video games.
Gotcha.
So
what did he say? A cock scaler?
Clock. I know I'm from Idaho and I have an accent. I'm sorry.
Damn, bro.
And then this is a wireless adapter. It actually connects to my phone, and I can change all the settings through that.
Oh, that's pimp. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm digging
So-
that.
So I just put it in the back, and then I can go either HDMI out.
I was wondering if that was VGA monitor hookup or if that was
Well,
HDMI.
it is a VGA monitor hookup, but I got
Okay.
HDMI out on one and then component on the other one.
Okay.
So and then component in on the main part of it, and it'll actually upscale anything all the way up to 1080p.
No shit.
Yeah, like that. So I have my Super Nintendo and my Nintendo 64 hooked up to that.
Oh shit. And it
So-
plays without lack of frame rate? Like it's
Yeah.
smooth?
Yeah, it's way
So
smooth.
what size screen do you hook this up to?
I got it on my 4K HD TV right now.
What
65.
size?
65.
So you could hook up, let's take it old school here. You could hook up a PS2 to that. And it
Yes.
would upscale it to 1080 res
Yes.
and apply it to the TV real time.
Yes.
Fuck off.
Yes.
Or Sean, get yourself a 65-inch OLED TV.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The pixels are a lot smaller.
Right. It would look really clean on that. I don't have an OLED, but you can
How
also
much have you spent? How much time and money have you spent on this gadget?
$45 for the components inside of it, and then whatever the print was.
Cheap.
And how much time have you spent on it?
About 2 days.
All right. Well, you gotta hold on, Kiwi. You gotta understand. He's like me. He chooses a project, and it's kind of just the fun of doing it that makes it fun.
Right,
Because every
right.
time you do something like this, just like Kiwi, you get a better understanding of how things work after the fact.
Right.
How to improve the model and make it better,
Yeah.
and I love doing stuff like that.
And Kiwi will appreciate this too. You can also hook up SCART to it too.
SCART.
It's
Yeah, the
mainly
old
a
SCART plugs.
European thing, but yeah.
Yeah,
Like
they're about fucking about an inch and a half long, and they're square edged with lots of pins inside it, and then the other end is sort of like fucking dog-legged angle
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
fits in a socket. Used to
Yep.
get them on the back of old TVs.
What
Yeah.
the hell?
Most of the European TVs used to come with them on there automatically.
Mm.
It was a kind of a standard operation over there.
Hey,
Yeah,
that
I've got a SCART plug fucking adapter. It's like a 4 or 5 pin adapter that you put one in, and you add your DVD and your video and fucking stereo and all sorts to it. And it all
Yeah.
runs off your TV.
Hey, Sean, that
That's before the
reminds me.
smart TV with Bluetooth and fucking wireless and shit on it.
What were you saying?
That reminds me. Remember those little portable TVs you could buy that had a little antenna and you could scan analog signal with it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was fucking around with mine the other day, my little handheld one. I popped 4 AA batteries into it, and I was sitting there playing with it, and I was like, I wonder if I turn my drone on, if I can pick it up.
Oh,
It works.
does it?
It does.
It doesn't surprise me.
It does. I was just flipping through and put it on auto scan, and it found it like within seconds. I was like, shut the fuck up.
What channel was it on?
Oh God, I don't even remember, bro. I just was scanning and it stopped. And I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, this whole time I've been buying all these monitors and I could have just whipped out my stupid little. Now I want to see what kind of range it has. Now I'm curious.
Right.
Those things were designed to pick up stupid far out in the middle of the
Oh,
woods
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
So-
You're supposed to be up in the mountains being able to watch TV shit.
Fucking watch TV. Exactly. So now I'm really curious how that does versus the monitors we're using now.
Right.
So you need to find yourself a buddy. What's the arrow on the back of that? Is it a little plug with the center ground, or is it the ribbon arrow that you screw on the back of it?
It's probably one of the pop-up ones that extend out.
Yeah, it was just a
Rabbit ears.
a little handheld TV that you could just scan through and pick up analog channels with.
I'll be right back.
Gotcha. Was that one of the first Casios? Was it?
Well, mine might have been. I think it's not a Casio. It's a some kind of
Sharp.
off-brand Timex. Timex. I think it was a Timex or something like that.
Right.
Fucking shitty Radio Shack version TV something.
Yeah.
Matter
Yeah,
of fact,
we had David Reed and Dick Smith over here, but
okay.
Dave Reed's gone and Dick Smith's gone, and I think someone else has taken over Dick Smith. Probably the
Really?
Chinese.
You know, that's the other thing I'm curious about, Kiwi. We used to have little portable digital TVs, right?
Yep.
Oh, I take that back. Portable ATS TV television video player. They don't make little handheld TVs that pick up digital signal. They only make them for analog still.
Right? Isn't that
I don't
weird?
understand that. Why can you buy a TV transmitter for your TV, but you can't buy a little handheld TV that'll pick up digital signal? I don't
I
get.
thought they had like a 3.5 millimeter jack for an antenna that you could actually
Well,
plug into it.
Have you got a touchscreen phone?
Yeah.
Can you watch TV on it?
I mean, I got to pay for the channels.
So you can watch TV on it. It's digital.
Yeah, but it's not
But,
the same.
Right.
I can't watch live TV on my phone unless I download the app for whatever the fuck it's playing through, and then I pay for the service.
Or you go to YouTube and find a live feed.
Sir, you're defeating the purpose of this argument that I'm trying to boast right now. Please,
He wants scan line. Leave it alone.
I want a handheld fucking. I'm in my tent shit. Digital signal. Boop. Oh fuck. Family Guy's on.
Dan, you're not old enough to understand analog.
Don't hate, dude. We had a TV. All right, I think you'll appreciate this, Sean. You'll probably appreciate this too. My parents were fucking stingy when we were kids. They didn't want to buy decent TVs for us to play Super Nintendo on, so they got us this old ass TV. Didn't even play in color. It was an old black and white sucker, and it had one of those little pull knobs. It was a big fat fucker like that, and you pull on it and it would go, and you would hear a noise, and it would start whining, and then slowly you would start seeing
The pixels come
fuzzy
out.
shit on the screen.
You had to wait for the CRT to heat up.
Yeah.
All
It
the
took
valves.
forever to get bright, and you're like, "Come on, I just want to fucking play Nintendo, man."
Right.
And that TV
Yeah.
never died. Never.
No.
It lasted since I was a kid, adult. Fucking couldn't kill it, man.
Every year you vacuumed all the dust and shit out of it, out the back of it.
Didn't even do that, bro. That
Nope,
fucker just
nope.
sat there. It just lasted. I bet it would still work today.
Man, it had cobwebs all over
Yeah.
inside.
Fuck it. You know, I'm telling you, I bet it would still work today.
I scored 2 mini monitors, like one's about a 10-inch square flat screen, and the other one's probably about 8-inch CRT screen, and they're still sitting in the jail.
So I'm setting up a retro room. So I actually got two 27-inch Sony Trinitron TVs.
Oh,
Like
That's not retro, is it?
What's that?
Is that retro?
Oh yeah.
No, retro. How old are you, Sean?
2003, 2005 is when they came out. So
Trinitrons are out in the bloody 80s.
well, yeah, but these
Like
are the newer,
CRT TVs.
yeah, but these are the newer model ones. They were actually manufactured in 2003 and 2005 is what these ones were manufactured.
Fuck. Where are we late for the game?
Well, okay,
Fucking
so the
How old are you? How old
the
are you,
original
Sean?
Trinitrons had I'm 46. So the original Trinitrons had the curved screen to it, right?
Yeah.
So the newer model ones are actually flat screen.
flat. Yeah.
Oh, so they were the magnetic, or not the magnetic, the magnified fucking screens at the front, and as heavy as a small car.
Oh yeah, they're fucking heavy as shit.
And if you take that front screen out and put it in the sunlight, you can cook your chicken with it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand now. They were the first of the flat screens,
Yes.
and they lasted about 2 years, and then they went straight to LCD.
I don't know. My dad owned the one, and my grandma owned the other one, and they've lasted since they bought them, and they're still running great.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
bro, I had one of those fucking projection screen TVs.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
not a projection.
Yeah, this one was huge though, bro. It was big and fucking like it
Oh,
was
the,
like
the 60-inch, 55-inch sons of
it was like
bitches.
this thick, bro. And then from the front it looked flat, but
Yeah.
when you pushed it against the wall, it was like fucking super far away from the wall because it was so
like that
thick.
far.
Yeah, it was just so thick. Like it was big enough that you could like move somebody into the bottom of it and like have them pay rent, and it would be like a room.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was stupid, but it never stopped working. But it was a projection TV. It like projected onto a thing and then off a thing and then up onto the screen inside.
Yeah.
And that thing never died either, bro. That was a crazy TV. We had that thing forever, and then it got roaches somehow. We let somebody stay in the back room.
Oh,
and
shit.
They brought roaches in the house.
Do you want to hear some funny history?
Mhm.
The hometown that I was born in has been floating around 800 people.
Mhm.
My grandfather had the first black and white TV in the town. And then in 1972, my father bought the first color TV.
Oh,
Really?
wow. That's cool. That's way cool.
How here comes Mike again. He's trying it again.
Okay.
Hey, can you hear us, Mike?
Is that Mike Hunt?
Yeah, that right. He used to be Mike Cunt.
Mike Hunt, yeah.
Yeah, and then it went to My Pussy Itches, and now it's Mike Litterus. I guess
What
you
about
can't hear it.
Mike Honda Goldwing?
Oh, that was good.
There you go.
That's good.
Come on, Mike, speak. Speak.
I think
It's
Oh,
He's kind of here.
almost. Wriggle that wire some more.
I don't know what.
Yep,
Okay, we
that's
got-
the wire.
what's
That's the wire on his headphones.
Huh.
Yeah, I think that has something to do with his headphones. He keeps cutting.
Right.
Huh.
Is my audio too loud or what?
Well, no, you
No,
actually.
It's
It
just not
sounds
coming through.
sounds like you're ticking. Like you'll be talking and it's ticking over you.
Ticking?
Ticking.
Yeah, like click, 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 click,
Click,
click.
click, click, click,
You
click,
got-
click, click.
You got a loose wire in your headphones or your speaker.
I'm on the phone.
Or
It
your
ain't got no headphone on it.
Oh, that's so weird.
Wow.
Is he watching Star Wars or something?
And Kiwi yours does it every once in a while too. Just so
Yeah.
you're aware.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not using an iPhone, so
Thank God for that.
fucking heaps of shit.
Yeah,
Oh, is it tolerable? Do I need to reboot it or something or what?
Maybe.
I mean, we can hear you. We can hear you. I'll deal with it because you're already having enough problems as it is. I feel like if you leave again, you'll just crash your phone. It'll just burn up and catch on fire on the table. So you may as well stay here. Don't do that.
Need two hands to ride a motorbike.
All right. He says, yeah, Dan, UHF, which is what my little TV runs. Frequencies are 470 through 700. Actually, I think mine goes beyond that. I think mine had VFH as well. Yeah, I think it had a couple different bands, not just UHF.
Well, you get up past the like 65 channel, and beyond that is up in the 900 range, I think.
Right. Yeah, it was a pretty decent little TV when I bought it back in 2002 for a train trip.
Right? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
It's cool riding on the train.
Watching the news on each town.
Yeah, dude, I was sitting in the thing. Well, because we decided to take a train ride to Colorado from Michigan. So it was a really long ride. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to. Because back then, man, we didn't really have real cell phones. We had those stupid Nokia bricks that you couldn't kill. Everybody had a fucking Nokia phone. That's all that was available was Nokia phone.
Oh, my first Motorola was a brick, and it was 1994.
Well, I'm talking about the first phases of like tiny miniature handheld phones that you could first start getting.
Yeah.
They were the little tiny. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then from there, like I think I want to say 2006, was the first Android phone that had come out running Froyo. I think it was Froyo 1.1 Froyo.
What did everybody call it? They didn't call it necessarily Android. It was a
It was weird. It was just Droid or something.
Droid. Yeah, Droid.
Droid. Yeah. And then so you had Droid, and then it went Android 2.2, which was Froyo.
Mm-hmm.
And then I forget all of them. Candy, fucking lesbian cakes. But you don't remember what they named them all. We don't even name them anymore, bro.
It was stupid.
Yeah. Jelly Bean. The fuck?
Oh, they still name them. You can still look it up.
Do they really?
Oh, yeah. I think the newest one is like Pie something.
What?
Yeah. It's
Why? Why are they still down? Fuck it. Just Android 9.0.
Ice cream.
Yeah, ice cream. There's that's one of them.
That was 4.0. I remember that pretty well. Lollipop.
Well, they have a new one. It's called ice cream.
Really?
Yeah.
So now they're just reusing names?
I guess. But I mean, it has a different number behind it, so.
I don't know. Which one was Lollipop? Was that 5 or 6? I think it was 6.
5.
6 was it 5?
I think it was 5.
And then what came after Lollipop? Candy cane, bitch.
Cream cake?
Cream. Oh, yeah, it was cream something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Fucking.
I don't remember
what happened to the good ship?
Lollipop?
No.
The first touchscreen phone I got was in 2004, I think it was. It was a Sony Ericsson.
Yeah.
Had the QWERTY keyboard on the bottom and used to flip it up over the screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually have the Sony PlayStation one. It flips up and you have a controller underneath the screen.
All right. Is this right? Yeah, this looks right. Oh, but they're not in order. And here's all the Android systems they have. Holy shit. Android Android Honeycomb, Android Froyo, Android Oreo, Kit Kat, that was 4.4. I remember that.
Okay.
Android Cupcake, Android Lollipop, Android 13, Android 1, Android Petit 4, Android 11, Android 4.0 ice cream. Ice cream sandwich.
Ice cream sandwich. There you go.
That's right. Android 10.
So
go ahead.
My Samsung now is on, I think it's UI or U1.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever the fuck that is.
Well, I'll go through them because they're all on here. Lineage OS. That's interesting.
Huh.
Android Donut, Android P, Android Eclair, Android 4.1 Jelly Bean, Android Marshmallow, Android Nugget, Android Gingerbread. I remember Gingerbread. Yeah. Android 12 and Android 14.
Wait, that's the newest one is 14?
14. Yeah.
They don't name it anything? I thought they named it something.
Just said it looks like Android 11 just was Android 11. Android 13 was just Android 13. Android 12 was Android 12, and Android 14 was. So it looks like after 11, 12, 13, and 14, they stopped giving them fucking weird names.
Okay. So somebody got off the crack.
Yeah. They were like, guys, we can't carry this. Like, what's next? Gingerbread House? It's like, the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, watch the next one.
I've just looked up the software information on mine. It says it's one UI version, 5.1, and the Android version is 13 at the moment.
Yeah, so you would just be Android 13, and that release date was Android 13 history. Let's see.
I'm curious what mine is. Mine's an old phone.
So Android 13 came out August 15th, 2022. I don't even know what the fuck mine's running. I'm running a Samsung Galaxy 10S. The only reason I don't get a newer phone is because the newer phones don't hold storage cards.
Right.
And
mine doesn't either.
Right. And so I keep buying Samsung Galaxy S10s because I like to edit my YouTube videos on them.
Yeah, see, mine just says Android version 9. which is old.
Okay, so
I got a Galaxy S8 Plus with the sticker still on the front of it.
Jesus Christ, throw that thing in the clean. Dude, that's got to be really slow by now, man.
I love that damn phone, man. That was a great phone at its time.
What's the oldest phone that you've got that you don't use anymore?
It's a Motorola Flip.
I have my dad's old 1994 Nextel brick phone.
Okay, so I take that back. I still have a Radio Shack bag phone for your car.
Oh, jeez.
The oldest one I've got is a they made a roll of Razor, but it's not the flip Razor. It's just the
regular
flat one. I've got two of those, and they both still charge up and work.
Yeah.
And then the next one I've got is a Sony. Sony. What else have I got? I got one of the very first Samsung Galaxies.
Oh wow!
And I've got a Galaxy 4 Note 4.
It hasn't blown up yet.
No, it hasn't blown up, but the charger fucking thing stopped working. You can't charge it anymore.
Okay. All right, give me 1 sec. Troy is back, and Troy has a question for us again.
Oh, okay.
Troy says, "I'm back." Hi, Troy. Welcome back.
Hi, Troy. Welcome back.
How often do you recommend changing the gear oil? Well, here's the deal with gear oil. It's very different than engine oil. Right. Gear oil does not have to be changed very often at all. It would be no different than the differential oil in a back end of a truck.
5-10 years, something
right.
like that.
Like basically changing it once could last the duration of the lifetime of the scooter and never have to worry about it again. It's not taking on the same kind of heat tolerances that the engine is being put through. So it's you could literally change it one time and never do it again unless your scooter somehow randomly reaches 30,000 miles on a Chinese scooter. I'd be blown away. But if it did, feel free to change your gear oil again. Right. It doesn't have to be done.
And what weight is that? Is that 75-90 like they put in normal cars?
Actually, I think it's 80-90.
80-90.
I believe it's 80-90.
Okay. Interesting.
And don't pour oil into a CVT.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't do that. No. No, do that, sir.
Nope.
But a lot of people make the mistake when they get their scooter brand new from China. They think that it has oil in the gear case, and it does, but it's just break-in oil.
Right.
So you have to change that after the first 300 miles. It's the stuff that's in there is like designed to clean the parts only and a slight amount of lubrication. After the first 300 miles, you're supposed to change that out.
Is it only 300 miles on a scooter type thing?
Chinese scooter. The first 300 miles, you're supposed to change all the fluids. Yep.
Wow. Okay. Because it's like 3,000 on a car.
Yeah. Months and months and months.
Here we go. It's weird. It actually says on my bike it uses 1540 oil. So okay, but think about where you're talking about. The bike was manufactured in China. So they're trying to specify Chinese oils on you. It got shipped to the U.S., so now you're going to be using U.S. oils. You're going to be using 1040.
So is that for the crankcase, or what is he talking about?
No, that's engine oil.
Okay.
If you're putting oil into the gear, it takes SL3.
Shut up, you little sticks.
Or 80-90.
Okay.
There's all the way up to SL5, but I believe the gear oil in those takes SL3.
Okay. Yeah, I was just curious because, like, my wife's car is a 2009 Ford Focus.
Mm-hmm.
It takes 5W30.
30, yeah. A lot of 4-cylinders do. So. Yeah. You start getting up into like even some V6s will still take 530, but once you start getting into bigger engines, then you start making the switch to 1040.
I use 1040 and all my other stuff. So.
Right.
It depends on where you live. Like if you live in a hotter climate, the lower the grade, or the 10, the 5, and fucking 0 even. But the colder it is, then you got to go up so it sticks better.
Yeah. And altitude matters too. It does.
I would think altitude probably messes more with the air gas mixture than it would the oil.
It does, but like I've used 1040 and in negative 20-degree weather, and it's fine because we don't have the high humidity.
Right.
So,
like how you said, change the fluids within 300 miles. When I first got the bike, I didn't change anything until about close to 1,000. Well, I mean,
you can do it, but
anytime you get a new product from China, always change the fluids after the first, and you actually want to check them too. You want to make sure because they barely put any oil in these machines.
Right.
They just send them off with break-in oil, and that's it. Normally, they don't fill the cases or anything. So,
and that's the thing. Like, it has to have a certain amount for EPA to even hit the U.S. So a lot of times they'll just put in the minimum amount that they can.
Exactly.
Just so they can get it over here to the States.
Yep. If you feel the viscosity of what comes out of there, you're like, oh, this was...
Look, it's water.
It is almost water, bro. It's like so questionable. It's like, oh my gosh, how did they get away with this?
For all imported engines from overseas to come to New Zealand, they've got to have no fluids on them whatsoever.
Most of the time, yeah. I've heard of several countries that do that. They're like, nope, we're not filling it up. We can't do it. And we can't send it over there. So
no.
What happened
to I don't know. I do not know.
Did you kick Dan out, Craig?
I can hear you now, Mike. How are you?
All right. How are you?
Oh, so is Dan?
Good.
I switched it back to automatic on the microphone.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go. That'll fix it.
That was weird. Am I back? No.
Yeah, you're back.
No.
What just
Your sound's
happened?
back. The picture's not gone.
Yeah.
Your computer shut down.
My computer just shut down instantly. It didn't even give me a warning. It just turned off.
Really weird.
Yeah. It's rebooting, mate, after the big update.
Strange, bro. It says I'm plugged in, full battery. Shouldn't have done that. I don't know what just happened.
Oh shit, there's an update.
You've got a poltergeist in your computer.
Yeah, I know. Crazy. It's not even registering my front-facing camera anymore. Let me unplug this and plug it back in.
Turn it off, turn it back on again.
I know. All right, let's go to settings, see if we can get my camera to pop back up. Yeah, that was really strange, bro.
Yeah.
Let's
Just
see.
like, bye, Dan.
I'll switch over to this one for now. This one should work. Oh, this one's not even working. What is going on here?
You might have to actually restart yourself.
I see that. It's not even trying to pull up my USB drives right now. What is happening?
Huh.
You broke it.
Apparently I did.
Dan,
I don't know what my computer did. It's never done that before. It just all of a sudden just went black. I was like, what the hell? It just stopped working.
Should we blame Mr. Litterus?
This is I probably, you know what I did? I was one of those first people to jump on the new install, and it's probably plagued with fucking shit.
Oh, did you go Windows 11?
Hey, don't hate, appreciate.
Did you go Windows 11?
No, I'm still Windows 10.
Okay.
No, but it did offer me an update, so I took it, and apparently now I'm gonna have my regrets about that.
Yep, sounds like it.
Yeah. All right. So what does it say? Camera something? Meet? I don't want to meet now. Fuck you. All right, well,
Microsoft Meet.
Apparently, I just don't have a camera unless I drop out and come back in, which I don't want to do.
I bought myself a new laptop. It's a gaming laptop.
Oh, nice.
And it came out with Windows 11.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't even have a fucking name anymore. Look, it doesn't even show my name. Oh, I know why.
The only thing I like about Windows 11 is it does actually work with the video better. Like it actually has like the HDR10 and stuff like that. It works better on 11 than it does 10. But that's the only thing that it's good about. Other than that, you can't find shit in there. Like all the things that I usually use on my Windows 10 computer, it like takes me forever to find it.
Yeah,
because
right.
I understand.
Yeah, I've hopped onto Justin's computer. He loves Windows 11 for some reason, and I'm
Maybe
like,
he understands it.
yeah, I'm like, how do
Or
you
he's
pop
younger.
it? What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Younger
it does
brains.
video.
Fuck, I got the 2 pups in here. Fucking hell.
That's a stupid fucking picture.
So what do you do? What do you do, Sean?
I work for DOD, basically making sure the servers stay up and running.
Play with
Oh,
my
okay.
penis.
Here you go.
So
Cool.
that's it.
Don't forget to turn that off.
Oh, coffee. Let's get supper time, is it?
It's supper time. Yep.
Oh, you've got a lovely wife.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you.
I'm basically like the mom in Muppet Babies. You never see my face.
All right.
Where's my
But-
coffee?
Yeah, where's my coffee?
Bullshit. What kind of hotel is this?
We even got the cup things, the Keurigs.
Oh God. Okay. Keurig lover.
We have a regular pot for coffee too, but some of that stuff is pretty damn good and strong. Holy crap!
All right. I'm gonna go pop my back and arms, leg. How know if you what? Give that a shot, Sean.
I'm gonna go pop my back and arms and leg. How
Ho
now if you don't mind.
I mean, I don't mind if you go pop your back and legs. That sounds
you
Troy.
go.
Troy, that's a little on the awkward
but-
side. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know where we're
Yeah.
going with that conversation.
No, he said he's going to pop his arm, his legs. How many legs did he mean? 2 or 3?
He's a tripod.
Oh, too funny.
Sucks. I want my camera back.
Damn it!
Such a good looking guy. This is bullshit.
Plug it into another USB, a different USB.
It did do jack shit. It's like
Really?
the whole USB board shut down.
Probably.
Reboot.
Fucking Alienware. Yeah, but if I reboot, we lose the stream.
Do you?
Make Craig co-moderator or something.
I can't. I don't know how to do that.
Co-host.
No, if you're on StreamYard, if you are on StreamYard, you don't lose the stream because I've done it once before too. Computer shut down. I came back, got onto my stream, joined the stream again, and away I went.
It doesn't give me all those cool settings. I'm just a basic bitch user. Guests.
Turn your camera on. Have you tried that?
Guest view comments, ban guests.
On StreamYard, turn your camera on.
I tried. It doesn't even show it.
On,
It doesn't even. It doesn't. Here's the fucked up part. It doesn't,
off.
yeah, it doesn't even show my normal webcam. It's not even popping up with my normal webcam, which is attached to the PC internally.
Got to reload the driver. You got to reboot. Ain't nothing you can do different.
Bro,
That's
don't
it.
hate, appreciate. Damn, man.
I know what the problem is. Ain't got no gas in it.
Well, did you turn it on?
Come on, it's always the answer. Turn it off, turn it back on again.
Fuck that.
10 seconds. You got to wait 10 seconds.
That's only if you hit the power switch off too.
This is the worst sticker ever. I never should have put this sticker on my laptop.
Sticker.
Yeah, I put a homeboy sticker on here, and it's like impossible to take off.
You don't want to know what I was just thinking. Stickers.
I kind of do actually.
Always sticker
There, that's better.
from the front and the back.
Yeah, that's gonna be a bitch to get that off there. Some gooey shit left over now.
Oh no.
Heavy power down.
A little
Try
bit
this.
of petrol. Just a little bit of petrol on a rag.
Funny story. Last week I got caught by the cops going over 90 on my mini bike on the side of the road and
Ooh.
got a $150 ticket. I've done lots of mods to that bike.
You'd have to with it being a mini going 90.
Goddamn tickets around here, $400 fucking dollars.
Hey, you got
But
lucky.
that's if your blinker don't work.
Shit. My man got off easy, bruh.
Mm-hmm. Pay it.
$150, I'd be doing 90 every day.
Right?
But you're a miles an hour over there.
Yeah.
That makes
right,
that makes it a wee bit different.
I'm gonna leave and come back, and we'll see if I can beat the stream before it closes.
Or you
No, you'll
with
you'll do it. You've got to
What
close the
time
stream
is it?
yourself.
Yeah, I'm just leaving and then coming back to my own stream. Let's see how this works.
We're timing you.
Yeah, I know. I got to restart my whole PC. Let's go.
Okay.
3, 2,
Just
1, go.
leave. That's it. That'll work. It's worked for me, and I'm in New Zealand. So what have you been up to, Mike? How's your health and all that?
Oh man, I've been through everything. I'm surprised I'm still alive.
Your engine's still running, I see. It's got a bit of black smoke, a bit of grey smoke there.
Oh yeah.
I've been dealing with bronchitis for the past couple of weeks.
Ooh.
Oh
Really?
well, hell, you probably don't know. I had Craig. I had brain surgery back in fucking November.
Is it fixed now?
Huh?
Is your brain fixed now?
No, I mean it was never fixed, but it it barely works. They weren't even sure they could find my brain.
Right.
But they went in there and they found something, and they did some kind of tune up to it.
So what was it? Aneurysm? Was it an aneurysm?
I had some kind of lesion. I had some fluid on my brain.
Oh wow.
Okay.
And
yeah.
They went in there and they drained that shit and glued me back together. But the thing was, they was getting ready to jump into one of my main blood flows in my brain. One of the arteries or something up there. Oh, no. It was like 2 millimeters away. And if it had done that, I would have died instantly.
You would have. You would have indeed. But what's better, water on your brain or water in your ball sack?
I guess I'd rather have water in my ball sack, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wow.
But at least you're still here.
Yep.
No, I went into the hospital. I had some kind of seizure thing going on over here at the house, man. I lost my shit. And I didn't take it real serious to begin with. I waited a day before I went to the hospital. But my vision was all fucked up. I couldn't read a sentence or anything. So I decided to go into the hospital, and they found I had congestive heart failure. And while I was in there, they did an MRI on me and found this sack of fluid in my brain. So
how are you gonna tell me this story after I leave?
Oh, sorry.
I feel like I'm just jumping into this. How are you gonna tell this story when I leave?
Sorry.
We thought
Dude,
you
let me
knew.
tell you something. Dude, if you ain't available, okay? So don't go there.
You don't bring this shit on Mike.
I mean, I'm in Discord and everything 150 times leaving comments, and you ain't around. So
I just re-downloaded Discord. I posted in there. I'm like, we're reopening Discord, and I still haven't even started pushing it yet. I was getting ready to, so we're gearing up for that. You know who I need to get a hold of, Mike? William, so he can come in there and fucking reinvent that shit because I don't know what the fuck he did, man. There's so much crazy shit in that thing that is unnecessary and not needed and doesn't have to be there. And I don't like.
I saw he was online that night. You said you were going to reopen it.
Yeah, he didn't
But,
comment. I haven't talked to William in a while, man. I mean, he's a busy kid now. He was like 14 when we met him. Now he's like fucking what?
Got to be at
22.
least 20.
Like, yeah. Does that tell you how long we've been doing YouTube?
You better promote your Discord right now, then, so I can actually hop on there for you.
You know what? I'm just gonna hand the reins over to Sean and let him just get creative.
What? I have to tell you mine first, or what?
No, sir. I'm gonna let you in. I'm gonna share the little fucking thing. I don't even remember how to use Discord, bro. That's how long it's been. Like I'm so out of it.
Basically a message board. So
What's that?
it's basically just a message board. So
It's not that. Well, I'm
Yeah, I
talking
know.
about the whole setup and usage of it.
Yeah, it's just a message board, but it's a message board inside a message board inside a fucking message board inside another message board, and then that one message board's got another 10 or 15 message boards on it. It's just a mind fuck.
Oh yeah.
All right, there. My Discord.
On mine.
My Discord, if anybody wants to join it, is now in the fucking chat, and I'm gonna send it to you personally, Sean.
All right.
No, you want me to tell you the story, Dan? I mean, I don't give a shit.
Of course I do, man.
You want me to tell you here in private?
I mean, whatever you want to do.
I mean, you know.
It's okay, mate. You can tell the story again. It's all good. My end, anyway.
Well, you won't get all the juicy details, the fun details here, but now one day I was having I felt like shit, and all of a sudden I had a fever hit me, and it finally broke, after a couple hours. And but I was in rough shape, man. I felt like hell. I went to lay down, and all of a sudden I had this incredible pain in my head and a kaleidoscope of just everything. It was unreal. And I blacked out. When that happened, the pain was so incredible, I thought I was going to die.
I've been there.
And I blacked out. I woke up a couple hours later. I haven't told this in a while, so I'm trying not to miss the details, but I could, tell you a lot more about it in private. But anyway, so I came back to, but I didn't have my shit together. I wasn't cognitive. I couldn't. I tried to send my old lady a text on a pack of cigarettes.
Wow.
Yeah, I was fucked up. I was really fucked up, man. So I sat there. I sat down. I sat there and I stared at the cable box for an hour, just watching the. I fully intended to try to contact her, but I couldn't. I didn't have the ability.
Wow.
Finally, at one point, I thought I needed a pen to send her a text on my pack of cigarettes. So I came in here and got that. Went back, and of course, I didn't send a text or anything. So after a while, as my shit started coming back, I grabbed my phone, but my vision was so screwed up that I wasn't hitting the right characters.
Oh, wow.
And after I did some characters on there, I couldn't hit the send button. I couldn't, it wasn't lined up, or I couldn't see where it was.
Right.
Finally, I sent her some garbage. She didn't know what to make of that. So I sat there probably for about 6 hours,
Hmm.
and I waited for her to come home. But by the time she got home, I had about 80% of my cognitive function back.
Well,
And so I told her what happened. And, she's freaking out. And I'm getting better, so I don't want to go to the hospital. That's the last thing on this earth that I want to do is go to the hospital.
Right.
I hate going to the hospital. But the next day, I still wasn't feeling great. And I think it's best I go get checked out. So I did. And they initially started checking me out, and they had said I had congestive heart failure. And they ran some tests on me about because I told them what happened to me. It was a seizure and crap. And they came up and I thought they were jerking me around. I thought they just wanted to
charge you a bunch of money.
Right. So, and they wanted to transfer me to another hospital.
Oh,
Because
wow.
they didn't have the ability to do that kind of crap there. And finally, the doctor come up there and he sat down with me because he knew I wasn't taking his crap seriously.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Your blood is toxic." He said, you need to get this taken care of. If you don't, there's a good chance you're going to die.
Mm-hmm.
So I went ahead and I wasn't allowing them to transport me. And he said, "We can't release you." He said, "We legally cannot release you. You have to leave on your own. There's no way we can let you out of this hospital."
Yeah.
So I finally agreed. He said, I just wanted a cigarette. I just wanted to go outside and smoke a cigarette for a minute. If they had let me do that, I would have agreed to have gone to the hospital. But I had already been in a hospital for about a week. But so they took me to the hospital. They jumped right on me, man. They took good care of me over there. I'm gonna have to say, man. They did the another MRI, and from the first one, it was at 5 millimeters. The second one, when I got to their hospital, it was 2 millimeters. So it was getting ready to burst. They said within 24 hours, you're going to probably be dead. So, I just got there and you're talking about brain surgery. I said, What the hell? Are you kidding me? Cut my appendix out or something else. Go in there and get something else, but leave my squash the fuck alone, So, I don't know, man. So I am freaking out. My old lady doesn't even know about any of this yet or nothing. And now I got to make a decision, to do this. Finally, she got up there, and I told her what they wanted to do. And, I really had no choice. I mean, as quickly as this was progressing, they said if you don't do this, you will probably be dead within 24 hours. So I really had no choice. I said, set me up, let's do it. I don't want to die. And of course, there's a good chance that they're going to screw your shit up when they get in there anyway. So even if I had lived, I could sit here and, twiddle my lips and, the old lady sit there and say, "What the hell? I got to take care of this motherfucker now." But yeah, man. So the surgeon come in there, and that was what I was freaking out about the most. I knew the surgery wasn't real invasive, but I just wanted to make sure he was, had his shit together. And he come in there, and I told him, I said, man, I said, all I got to know is if you can hit this out of the ballpark for me. He says, I got you, man. You're covered. You're good. I said, let's do it. Let's go. And they did the surgery that night, man.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's so weird, Mike. You see this picture here? I don't know if you can see it or not.
Yeah,
Yep.
I see.
See
Mr.
my eye?
Tank Top, man.
Yeah.
You see how my eye is not straight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 blood clots in my brain in 2012.
Damn.
They caused optical nerve damage on my left side, so I had double vision, and it caused my eye. This is actually while it was still getting worse. I had remember that pain you were talking about in your head that fucking was excruciating?
Yeah.
I had that too, except it was shutting down all my motor functions. I couldn't even function. I couldn't lift my arms. I couldn't do anything. I remember getting home from work and I was like, man, I don't feel right. What the fuck is going on? And I remember I was like, I need to lay down. So I laid down, and then like an hour later, I just started getting this tingly feeling all over my body. I'm like, man, something's wrong. So I called my roommate and I was like, hey, bro, can you come in here? I need a little help sitting up. I mean, I couldn't even sit up at that point. I was like, he tried to help me up and I just slumped back down. I couldn't even control my body functions at that point. Like my motor functions had just shut down.
Wow.
And so I was like, oh boy, something's really wrong. I couldn't, I tried to lay my head on the pillow and it just felt like it was under all this pressure. Like somebody was just squeezing my fucking brain until it was going to explode. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? This hurts really bad. So I had him call my dad, and then my dad somehow, him and my dad managed to get me in the truck, and they took me to the hospital. Anyways, this went on for 2 or 3 days. My vision, my eyeball finally just disappeared. It went into my head. Couldn't even see it. And they were like, what the fuck is going on? Like they had no idea where to even start with this, Because, dude, I'm like 23 years old, bro. Something like this shouldn't be happening to a 23-year-old. They couldn't figure out what the fuck was going on. So, it was like I was just getting worse and worse and worse. And they just kept pumping me full of Dilaudid to make the pain go away, because otherwise I couldn't sleep, couldn't function. My head just was under so much pressure and I couldn't figure out why. And it just felt like severe pain. Finally this lady doctor came in and she was like, has anybody scanned his head yet? That would seem like a great place to start. This is after 2 or 3 days in the hospital. And they were like, no, we didn't. So they ran a scan and they found out I had sagittal sinus thrombosis. Which is three almost softball sized blood clots in my brain.
Jesus.
And so they were like, oh, this is like fucking super bad. Like this is horrible. Like we've never seen. So to give you an idea of how rare it was, only 25 people in the entire U.S. have ever had it, and they were all female. I'm the first male to ever have it.
Wow.
Right? And so they weren't even looking for it because it's not something that should happen to, in their mind, a male.
Right.
It's normally a woman between the ages of 25 and 33 that get it, and they're pregnant normally when it happens. I'm none of those things, so why the fuck would this happen to me?
Are you sure?
Yeah, bro. 100%, man. I'm not identifying a shit but a male right now. So
it's a common thing these days.
No, that's crazy though. That's crazy.
So anyways, they started realizing what was going on, and then they started giving me blood thinners, and then I spent like a month and a half in the hospital. They drilled into the back of my head to relieve pressure. Right. So I got a big fucking right here. And they sucked a lot of the blood out, and then they couldn't get to the blood clots, so they had to slowly dissipate them over time. It took 2.5 years for my eyeball to finally start coming back in. And that was right after that I got into drones. So like this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, wow. So Mike, like I know everything you went through, buddy. I have a very good understanding of how all that shit played out, bro. I didn't want him to mess with my head. I didn't want him to fucking I was in sketch mode. But it was pretty much like if they hadn't found it in the next probably 24 hours, like you said, I would have been dead, bro. It would have built up too much pressure. Shut down my brain. I would have had an aneurysm and I would have died.
Yep.
So I totally get it, man. When you were saying that, I was like, this sounds really familiar.
When I had my seizure, man, the fucking pain was so incredible.
I'm sure.
And my vision I had a kaleidoscope of everything, anything.
Wow.
And I just blacked out, man. I in that moment though, I said, I'm gonna die. I'm dying right now, and you know, so I don't know, man. I didn't have my shit together. That was the, you know, I could walk though. You know, I came in here and got a pen.
Right.
You know, but you know, I'm surprised I could even function as far as walking, because I didn't have my shit together. You know, it's the strangest feeling to not be in control of your shit like that.
Wow.
So
yeah, erratic shit starts happening. You start letting, like, the erratic just takes over. You think it's normal until you realize it's not.
Right. Crazy.
well, I mean, as you get older and shit, you got aches and pains and shit happening all the time anyway. And I don't want to be a whiny bitch about shit, you know. So I just deal with it and take some Tylenol or whatever, you know. So, I mean, I didn't even want to inconvenience her and have her take me to the hospital. We called an ambulance because I didn't want to sit in the fucking waiting room, and they come scoot me up. But you know, I'm glad I did. If I hadn't, I just
yeah, might not be here.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
No, they took good care of me over at that other hospital.
No, that's good. That's how that happened with me in Tampa General. Once they moved me over to Tampa General, everything got better. It was really shitty over here at this hospital, and so I mean, it was pretty much the same thing. As they didn't have the people to work on me there. I kind of ran into that same situation you did.
Didn't have any specialists in there.
No specialists, nothing like. They were all basic doctors, and so
Right.
I ended up getting transferred, and that's when that lady came in. And you know, I'm grateful because she saved my life. If she hadn't even come in the room, I mean, let's say she spent, you know, I'll see him tomorrow and we'll get it figured out then. You know? Well, I might not have fucking been here tomorrow. You know, it was like I was just on the edge of kicking it. But then again, I seem to try to kick it once a year at least, maybe twice a year now. My body just says fuck you and wants to give up. So I don't even know. I live with this weird thing of like I have to have emergency surgery every 3 months or I die now. Like that's where I'm at. So it's like, as with Mike having to make these decisions, I have to do the same fucking stupid thing. It's like I either do this or I don't. If I don't, I die. Right? What happens when I don't have the money to go pay for that surgery one of these times? You know?
Right.
Then what? You know? So yeah, I smile. Mike, we smile. We're fucked up, but we smile. We make the best of it.
I'm fucked up.
Well, if I didn't have insurance, I'd be dead for sure. I've seen over $200,000 worth of fucking, you know, bills and shit.
Wow.
So
we all our medical over here is free, but you got to be just about dying before they fucking do you properly, if you know what I mean. Like, it's what last year when I went to hospital. I had blood in my urine. They sent me down to Invercargill. Before that, they gave me a fucking COVID test. They said I was positive. And then when I got to hospital, the Irish nurse had just come on shift. She said, "Be buggered," she says. "I've just come on shift and you're trying to die on me." I says, "What's the problem?" She says, "Oh, your heart's beating at 27 beats a minute."
Jeez.
Jeez.
Wow.
So I'm only 18.
Yeah, I think the worst thing that's actually happened to me is I got croup and pneumonia when I was a baby, when I was 1 year old, and they actually had to do an emergency tracheotomy on me. And actually cut in my lungs and actually fill them back up because they were actually stuck shut. So the tracheotomy didn't work at first, so they had to do that and then fill my lungs back up. And my parents just said I was just completely purple the whole time they were doing that.
Damn.
Like no air. So, and that was at 1. That was only 1.
Fucking beast, bro.
Well, I can beat you. I can beat you with that one, Sean, because when I was born, my foreskin was actually growing over the end of my knob. So they actually had
The
to
hell?
circumcise me so I could piss.
Oh fuck! Oh Jesus!
This shit just got weird, bro.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad one. But I don't want to talk about circumcision.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks for letting me know what's going on, Mike. Anyway, it's good to see that you're up and
I'm glad you're around.
at it. So
Yeah.
I've known you guys for probably 3+ years now.
Yep.
Yeah.
3.5 years.
Yep.
I'm surprised
here.
that you Kiwi, you don't really know Sean because he's been here about as long as you have.
You've been on Tim's channel. You've been on
Yeah.
a couple other channels, Mike's channel, right?
Right. Yeah, well, you keep changing your fucking clothes all the time. Maybe that's it.
Oh, well,
I'd
I'm
hope he
sorry.
changes his fucking
Yeah,
clothes
yeah.
all the time. Fucking-
I'll start
Hey, you
wearing the
dirty
same
boy.
clothes and I'll just wash them every day, you know.
Fucking dirty ass motherfucker. Yeah, no, it's
I need a haircut.
I want my
you
life
should
back.
you should recognize the dirty room by now. I mean, come on.
Mr. 3D Prince.
Oh,
I'm usually on my phone, and it's just a wee screen. And when there's 4 or 6 people on it,
that's true. Yeah.
who the fuck's that?
Yeah. Like, wait a minute.
Or when you turn your camera off, it's like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
who's that? Do you know who I am? If I
Yeah.
turn my camera off,
So yeah,
Same.
my 9 o'clock appointment tomorrow is to have ball juice drained.
Are they big again?
Are
Yeah,
Are
they
they-
get big
are they
every by the end of the month they have to be drained.
Oh, really?
do they send it to the sperm bank?
Oh God, I wish I could just go to a.
You could be
sperm bank
making a
and
fucking
check one
fortune.
out. Man, yeah, not that kind of draining, but I'm talking about fluid, man.
Yeah, this is just in the ball sack.
When I woke up from my surgery, they had this thing stuck in my dick, and I said, "What the fuck is this?"
Oh yeah.
You know, God damn! I didn't know they're going to be messing with my junk. What are they doing down there?
Right?
So, yeah, that's I have that. When I had my motorcycle accident, that's what some dude came in. Some dude came in and whipped my dick out, and I was like, "Bro, what are you doing?" And he was like, "Oh, well, I mean, you can't move because you're in a cast, so we gotta." And I was like, "You're not, no, man." He's like, "Where are you gonna go?" I was like, "Fuck, that's a really good point, bro." That was painful. They don't
Like, you have bedpans in here. Shut up.
man, they don't do anything to ease that pain, bro. They shove a fucking, it's like putting a cork in your dick, bro, and they shove that tube in there. It's not fun. Well, you all have penises. Has anybody ever tried to play with the inside of your hole? Yeah. Fuck that, bro.
Yep.
That is a burning sensation.
I was under when they did me, so I have no idea.
Oh, I was wide awake, bro.
When I had the urine, blood in my urine, they stuck a camera up the old fella's hole, and they actually put lubrication on it.
Oh, what
But
a
it was
nice guy.
tiny little fucking camera.
Wow.
Yeah, no.
Because I've got a tiny little pecker, see, and it had to be little
Glad
tiny
they didn't
camera.
try to stick a GoPro up there or something. I mean, you know.
They had to find the smallest camera around, right? Catheter. That's what I was trying to think of. It's catheter.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Catheter.
Yeah, that was the worst, bro. I don't want to do that again. And he didn't even play. He's just like, yeah, I got to. It was like plugging in a power cord for him, bro. Like for me, it was like, oh, you fucking asshole.
Right? At least, like, play with it a little bit. Get it hard so it's actually a straight tube.
Fuck, bro, it was no joke.
No, the hardest part is where the valve is to stop you fucking pissing just before it goes into your bladder.
There was new parts of me that everybody didn't see. I'm gonna tell you what. Everybody, there was always somebody coming in there to do something to me.
Right.
And when I was leaving, I didn't get to that, but it tripped me out. This woman come in there, and she said, "I'm here to put in your I don't even remember. PIC line."
Ooh.
I said, "What the fuck is that?" And she says, I got to take and put this line in you that runs to your heart
Ha! No, you
so
don't.
that you can take, so that we can give you high dose antibiotics when you leave.
Wow.
And I said, what? What? Oh, they didn't tell you? I said, but no, what? You're going to do what?
You're not doing nothing.
They cut your vein on your wrist, and that's what happened to me. They stuck a fucking camera and shit up into my heart just to check to see if my fucking arteries are still working.
Were they working?
Well,
Yeah, they were working just.
they said that if they didn't do that, I'd have to stay in the hospital for 6 weeks.
Wow.
Oh, fuck that.
So, this was so I could self-administer the stuff. So they ran this line into my arm, and it runs all the way over to right above my heart.
Yep.
And I had to sit there and take these high-dose antibiotics twice a day.
Wow.
They'd have a nurse come out once a week to change dressing and all this other crap.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's because they opened your brain up, I think. So the blood travels through your brain with the antibiotics. So it kills all the fucking bugs.
Right. You know what they do on a baby to do the same thing? It's on your ankle. Yeah, I actually have a scar on my ankle from that same thing because they had to get oxygen through the bloodstream.
What the hell?
Yeah, right. So I had tubes here, and I had tubes on my ankle.
Fuck it. Hook them up to his toes, too.
Right. Just hook a battery charger up to it. Jesus Christ.
That'll be okay.
Compressor.
Right?
Well, gentlemen, I got to start winding down here because I got to be up early, and then after I'm done with that, Ken Dobo is coming over to drop some shit off with me. So
cool.
Got to prep for that silliness.
Yeah.
Just what I wanted to see the bro Dopey. Nah, he's cool, man. Ever since we hugged it out, he's been cool. We've been pretty kosher with each other. So
good.
He's
next time take a sock.
Take a sock.
Bobby.
Yeah. He's I don't know if some of you guys might remember that boat trip me and him made like 2 years ago. 3 years ago with John Callis. We went out on a boat for the day.
Right.
And
you flew your drone then?
I did. I flew the Mini. I think I had the Mini with me. And we threw the underwater drones in the water, and neither of them worked. And
was that 2 years ago?
I don't remember seeing any footage of underwater drones.
Yeah, it was.
Was that 2 years ago?
It was like
Fucking
2.5,
hell.
almost 3 years ago now.
Jesus Christ!
It was a yellow one. It was a yellow one, and you fixed it.
Yeah,
you fixed it.
Yeah, I did fix it. Yeah, the company hated me for it because I put up a video on how to fix it, so people stopped sending it into the company. That's when they stopped communicating with me altogether, when I started fixing it myself.
Yeah.
So they didn't want to give me parts for it when it failed, and I was like, okay, well then I'll buy the parts. And they were like, okay, full price. I was like, okay. And they were like, you're better off sending it to us. I was like, that's probably what you tell everybody. Just send me the parts. So they sent me the parts, and I installed them, and then I showed a video of how to do it, and then I sent her a message back. She goes, yeah, we're not allowed to talk to you anymore. I was like, oh, okay, well, fuck you too.
Yeah, right.
So that's when I stopped supporting chasing. And anyways, Ken brought a 5-fish out there, the V6, and it didn't work, and he had just gotten it for review, and he didn't care to ever touch it again. So it's just been sitting in that box since the day we went out. So he called me 2 months ago, and he goes, hey, you want this thing? And he took a picture of the 5-fish and he sent it to me. I was like, I mean, I'm sure I could find something to do with it. He goes, all right, it's yours. I was like, okay. So I guess he's swinging by sometime tomorrow just to drop it off.
That's cool.
Be fun. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. It's an underwater drone.
No, it's good because I fix shit.
Right.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm sure it still works. I have a feeling he just tried to get it to work and was like, "Fuck this! This is too much," and then just pissed off about it and gave up real fast. I think he just brought it out there because there was a boat involved, and I don't think he took much time to really tinker with it at the time. He was into drones, not ROVs, whereas I was into ROVs. So,
Just curious, how much did the parts cost you?
It was like $70 per motor, and 2 of the motors had burned out.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, but at the time nobody had taken it apart because everybody was worried about the
Warranty shit.
warranty and the thing.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, shortly after that it took on water anyways, and that was my fault. I crashed it into a fucking rock or something, and it like yeah, well, because I was coming in too hot, bro, and the current got a hold of it, and it just pushed it right into the rock face first where the camera lens was.
Yeah.
And so it like dislodged the O-ring on the camera, and it started taking on water. And I didn't know that until we got it back out of the water, and there was like fog starting to build up on the lens, and I was like, what the hell? And then I moved it like this, and I could feel all the water inside the electronics, and then it just stopped working. I was like, oh, okay, well, that thing's done.
Yeah.
And then I sold it not working for $800.
Nice.
I even told the guy, I'm like, I think it took on water, bro. I don't know. Good luck.
Yeah. Have fun. Wow. Cool.
So I don't know. Maybe you got it working. Maybe you didn't.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm glad you're on tonight. Gave me something to do on my day off, since nobody else has a day off.
My day is every day off, bro, unless I decide to do something.
Right.
As long as I got like $6,000 put away all the time, I'm good, man. I don't need much more than that, but you know, it gives me the ability to like, oh, I want to go do this, so I can go do it because I have that kind of time now. You know, especially when they're gone. I got the whole fucking place, Freedomville, here for the next 6 or 7 months. This is me here.
Yeah.
So
when are you going to use some of that $6,000 to come to New Zealand?
Yeah.
It costs
right
that
after
just for the flight.
Right after I buy my new truck and get an RV and Kiwi, I love you, bro, but I got other things I got to handle first, buddy.
Right.
Oof, life is life. You know, I didn't do too bad last year. I was sitting at about $10,000, and then the end of last year, I had to buy 3 fucking trucks in a row. I was really peeved about that, which broke me. You know, and I ended up getting back down to like $1,700. I was like, fuck, man, I got to start all over again. I was hoping by the middle of this year I was going to be sitting at like $15,000, and no, not quite. I just passed 6, and now I'm like, all right, I got to sell these other 2 bikes. You know, my stupidity is, bro, I just keep buying bikes and riding them instead of selling them, but I don't. I have too much.
If you want to buy a good truck in America, buy a Tundra V8. Job done.
What are you riding now? The 600?
I'm not riding anything right now because the one I'm working on, I'm restoring. It's a 600, but I'm restoring it. So I bought all new plastics, had to redo the entire electrical system. The headlight, like it's just been one thing after another. I'll go out for a ride, and then it won't get me home reliably, and then I end up pushing it home.
Okay,
and then go ahead.
And maybe I missed this. Why are all the panels orange? I thought you were getting that special colored one. Like it had orange, black, red on it.
I thought they were yellow.
Oh, wait. Hold on. There's 3 bikes out in my garage right now. There's a big cruiser. There's a 1300 touring cruiser. There's a yellow Katana 600, which is one that I fixed just to sell.
Okay.
And then there's mine, which is completely stripped of all the plastics right now.
Okay. You haven't got the plastics yet on that one?
No, China, bro. 2 months.
Right. Okay.
$600 for the plastics.
I just been waiting for the new panels for that one. I'm like, oh, I want to see that thing like that.
Yeah, done. I know. I want to see it done too, because right now it's almost full. Like I said, here's the issue I'm running into is that it's 28-year-old wiring. And a lot of it has failed at this point. And so I'll be out riding. I'll be like, man, fuck yeah, man, well, what the fuck's it doing? And then I'll just cut off. And I'm like, God damn it. Now what? You know? And then I get it home and it's like doing sporadic shit. And I'm like, all right, fucking get out the multimeter and start backtracking shit. Right. What's not working? Oh, now the headlight doesn't work. God damn it.
Oh,
you know, and then I'll
start
looking at,
Can I offer a bit of probably obvious advice?
Yeah, if I was smart, just replace the wiring.
Just get a new fucking wiring loom if it's going to be yours.
See, I knew I was going to call him on that. That's exactly what I should have done. However, here's where we've reached. Today was the final issue. I took it out and I wrote it and everything was great the entire time. I fixed the headlight by direct wiring it to the fuse box. And now when I turn the key, the headlight comes on. Right? So bypass that whole situation completely. Fuck that. Not even going through the wiring loom. Oh, the wiring loom doesn't work for the stator and the rectifier? Fuck it. Direct wired all that too. All right. Now what? What else? Nothing? Okay. You good? Let's go. You know, it's like if the only thing that's causing a problem now was the charging system, the stator, and the voltage rectifier and the headlight, then I'm good. I'm gravy. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know, the rest of it should function how it should. It's just the little shit was the charging system's a big one. I would plug in a rectifier and it would immediately catch on fire. New ones. Just go down and spend $100 on a rectifier, plug it in, start the bike up, fire. Fuck. What's going on here?
What the hell?
And I was like, Jesus, dude, this is crazy. So I bought a whole new stator, magneto, pickup coil, all of it, all new wiring, totally got rid of the wiring loom for all that, direct wired it to the rectifier. And then the only wires I used from the loom was the positive and negative into the rectifier. That still was fine. I checked it on both things and it wasn't getting over voltage. It wasn't getting under voltage. Perfect. So I'm like, fuck it. I'll use that. And the rest of this, I'll direct wire it so we don't have these problems anymore. You know? So that's where we're at. The fan is coming on like it should. The headlight now works and the charging system works. All the lights work on the bike. I redid all the turn signal wiring, all of it. So this bike shouldn't need a wiring loom. Right. I went the whole 9 yards and just direct wired the fuck out of everything. So we're done with all that.
Yeah.
And as far as trucks are concerned, like I said, get yourself a Toyota Tundra, heaps of room, and reliable Toyota V8 in it.
And
job done.
Very expensive in in the US. Toyotas are very expensive.
I'm sure you can find one that's broken and fix it.
You'd be surprised how much they sell the broken ones for, bro. Dude, broken crashed ones sell for like $5,000.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Toyotas, the trucks are just really hard to get your hands on here for a good price.
Tundra. Yeah.
Even the Tacomas, bro. The Tacomas are very expensive still.
Right.
It's
Didn't hear a funny story?
What's that?
An ex-concrete pumpy that owned the company sold his company, and he bought a mini store over here, and he bought a Toyota Tundra that had been converted from left-hand drive to right-hand drive.
Nice.
And it cost the guy before he bought it about $95,000 to get it changed over after he bought the truck.
Wow. Yeah.
And he bought it for $45,000. So after everything was done,
wow,
he still got it. And it's done. What's it done? About 185,000 miles, Ks, whatever it is.
Why would you even switch it? Just drive on the left-hand side of the road.
That's the wrong side of the road. You fuckers all fucked up.
No, we drive on the right side.
The only thing that you can drive on the left-hand side of the road is a motorbike. Legally.
Really? So Kiwi, what I did, because I was so broke after buying 3 trucks, I didn't have a choice. I went to a repo depot and bought a little $1,300 GMC Sonoma. Okay.
Yeah.
It was running. The fan wasn't working, so I had to direct wire the fan before I left. Right. And I got it home, and then I was like, all right, I'm just going to give this truck the entire maintenance that it needs from start to finish. I noticed the hog head cover on the back was leaking, so I redid the entire diff, changed all the oil. Right. I noticed the throwout bearing in the clutch was making noise, so I just replaced the entire clutch on it. Just fuck it. Let's put a whole new clutch in it. I don't want to worry about this. And then the AC stopped working. I was like, motherfucker.
Shit.
So I bought all of the AC stuff, put it all in myself, and then brought it down and had it charged at a place, and it's been working flawlessly ever since. Well, then my blower went out, right? So I just replaced my blower motor, right? And now everything seems to be functioning. Here's what I've learned. I think I got a good deal, despite all the little bullshit, because it's a 2002. I think I got a good deal because there's used engine markings on the engine, which means it's a used engine, which means it was probably pulled at around 120 to 120, like 100,000 to 120,000 miles, right? That's normally what used engines, that's when they pull them, they got to have at least somewhat decently low miles if they're going to resell them to people. So I'm pretty sure I got an engine with like 100,000 miles on it. I noticed the transmission also has used fucking numbers on it. So transmission was used. So I'm guessing that has somewhere around 100,000 on it, and the rear end diff also on the top when I was looking at it had. So somebody replaced the rear end, the transmission, and the engine on this truck already.
Wow.
So I think I actually probably got a pretty good deal if I just care for it, take care of it, and knock out the minor little issues.
And how many miles on the clock?
So the truck actually says 197,000, 192,000.
So you're
So still
maybe
has even the body
60,000
still has
on it.
100. What's that?
So maybe 60,000 with the used shit.
So no, I'm guessing that the stuff that went in probably had between 80 to 120,000 miles on it.
Oh, okay.
Right. So, but the truck itself, the body, the chassis, the front end, all that kind of stuff, has 192,000 miles on the body.
Okay. Okay.
So it's a stick shift. Should run forever, man.
Right.
You know, it's just gears shouldn't give up. I mean, I don't drive it crazy, dude. I don't even push it past 60 on the highway. I just put it at 60. The cruise control still works. I just push the little button. Fucking AC's kicking. I'm like, yeah, bitch, go get me a bike.
Right.
You know,
that's all you need.
Little 4-cylinder, bro. It works great. It's got a fucking tow hitch on it. It's got 4 leaf springs. Fucking thing could take 1,200-pound bikes in the back and doesn't even sweat.
Right? I've seen you load those up. It's wow, it's not even moving.
Bro, it didn't even budge the rear end. I was like, holy shit, man, this thing was built to tow shit.
I've still got my old 1990 Isuzu extra cab down in the paddock. That's done 265,000 kilometers.
Wow.
But I put 100 octane in the motor and it fucked the valves and ended up fucking the head.
Jeez, bro.
So I picked up another one exactly the same, but it's a 4-wheel drive flat deck single cab with a motor that's only done 175,000 k's, which is like, I don't know, what's 175,000 k's, about 120,000 mile, something like that. I don't know. But I still got to get round to swapping the motors over, and then I've got myself a good little ute again.
Troy says, I feel bad for my parents because they were the ones that bought me the scooter.
Okay. I was going to say Mopar, you mean Dodge?
Who?
Well, you said Mopar.
No, he said moped, and I coughed because it's not a moped, it's a scooter.
Okay.
Moped. Scooter. Now knowing that they got ripped off, maybe before the miles go too high and running, I could sell it. I mean, I'd sell it while you can with low miles. I wouldn't sit on it. The problem with reselling it is that they probably paid close to $2,000 for that scooter, and you're only going to get probably $700 to $800 out of it because it's Chinese. That's the problem. The moment you buy a Chinese product, you're looking at $1,000 for it. Maybe I would just honestly at this point just drive it until it doesn't drive anymore and then sell it, because you're still going to only get $600 or $700 for it not running. So and it's Chinese, man. I live in Florida. People sell Chinese scooters here for $500 all day used. Really? So I mean, they're everywhere. Everybody has them. Once you buy them, you're pissed at yourself because you realize you can't resell them for even close to what the value of them that you paid for was.
Right.
If it was a Honda,
stick to Japanese.
If it was a Honda, boy, you get a couple grand for it, no problem, no questions asked. You could buy it, drive it for 5 years, and still almost resell it for what you paid for it.
Right.
That's what's crazy, because it's a product of Japan, but Chinese products, the moment you buy them, man, you just cut $1,500 right out of your life. You're not getting it back, man, and that sucks. It sucks.
Well, it's usually with Chinese. If you buy it new, and as soon as you push it out the fucking door, you've just lost 50% of the value.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. It's about right. Yep. Fuel injection ones were only and this is what I was trying to say. Troy's hitting it right on the head right now. Troy says sucks because the fuel injected ones were only $1,500 and those last a lot longer. I mean, honestly, bro, that was my point. Is like you can literally go buy a Honda Navi with a 110cc engine on it that goes 60 miles an hour for $1,400.
Wow.
People that go and buy Chinese scooters, man, don't realize that when they go buy it. So you could have had a product in Japan for $1,400, but you went and spent $16 on a Chinese scooter that's only going to last 8,000 miles.
Right.
And that's depressing, man. What really pisses me off is when I'll be driving my truck around. Oh, look, a scooter shop. all Chinese products. I want to pull over and go, fuck is wrong with you people?
Right.
Your sign says $1,600 for a Chinese scooter, bro. And you know you bought them in bulk, which means you bought them from China and you got them for like $375 a piece.
Yeah.
And you're reselling these for almost $1,700, bro.
Right.
You are like, that's a 400% markup on the product, dude. That's insanity. I want to take these fucking guys and just shake them, bro.
All right.
And just dead fish toggle their head until it snaps their neck off and their face rolls around on the ground, bro.
Right.
See, we paid $3,000 for this bike, and that's mad depressing. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it does. Yeah, so look up the Honda Navi, man. Let's see what the Honda Navi sells for now. When it first came out, it was super cheap, but now that they probably sold a bunch of them, they're like, yeah, let's up the price.
Right. Yeah, of course.
MSRP. 109cc 4-stroke. It looks like a Honda Grom, and it says that it currently sells for. Oh, you can choose your color too. That's nice. Why is this not showing me what it sells for? Okay, let's try this again.
Huh.
Select your color. Yeah, so yeah, now it's at like 1800. And that's if you buy it directly from Honda.
Right.
If you bought it actually from a dealership, I think it would probably be cheaper.
Right.
So, but yeah, when they first came out, dude, they were $14.99. I was like, what? It looks like a Grom, but it's a scooter, bro. It has a centrifugal clutch, you know. So it's
on Alibaba. If you order, I don't know, 1,000 units, you get them for about fucking $300.
That's what these guys do.
Yeah.
They take out a huge loan to start their Chinese scooter business, and then they buy a whole bunch of these same model scooters, and then they just put all these on their lot. So let's say they spend $20,000 on scooters. They pull out a loan, they get 20 grand worth of scooters, and they sell each one that they paid 300 and let's just round it off, say $400. They buy 20 of them for $400, right? How much money are they making? They're turning around flipping these things for $16.99.
Yeah.
Fuckload of money, bro.
Oh yeah.
Ridiculous amount of money. Stupid. It's ridiculous. So
their loan paid off in 10 bikes.
Yeah.
So
okay. here's the Navi in case anybody want to see it. So it looks like a little Honda Grom, right?
Oh, cool.
But what's cool is that little storage space. That's not actually the engine. Where the gas tank is, yeah, that's not the engine. That's storage. You just open that up and you can shove all your shit inside there.
Huh.
Right, that little box down there.
Yeah.
Looks like an engine. Yeah, right there. It says Navi. That's the storage. Back here is the engine.
Huh. It's kind of cool.
So it's a centrifugal clutch. It looks like a GY6 engine. You can see it's almost identical to the GY6 engine, but it's an actual product of Japan. It's an actual Honda fucking, and these things, dude, I rode one. I have a review on my channel. Fucking thing rips. It was fun. I had a blast driving it.
Huh.
Cute little thing. Like I said, $14.99 when they first came out. And now they're talking about, if you go down here, it says, $1,800 MSRP. And that's if you build it. Like I said, if you go to a dealership, they're probably still under $1,600.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, that's that Troy, 100%. You could even buy a Honda Grom used for that, bro. You wouldn't be able to buy a new one, but you could buy a used one for that price.
Right.
So yeah, man, it sucks, Troy. I run into you guys all the time on YouTube, and when people ask me questions like, well, how many miles can I expect? And then I tell them, they call me a liar. And I'm like, look, man, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm being 100% honest with you when I say they barely ever make 10,000 miles before the engine is toast, bro. Right. And that's nothing. That's literally nothing. That is not much mileage. They are a really bad investment if you don't get at least 20 to 30,000 miles out of one.
Right.
Horrible investment. Now, if you buy it used, I don't care, because let's say you buy one used, you find one that's got 2,000 miles on it used, and you buy it for $500 or $475 off somebody on Marketplace, and you get a year out of that scooter, and in that year you put 7,000 miles on it. Was it worth it if you only paid $475 for it? Fuck yeah, it was worth it. Even if you burn up the scooter by the end of the year, it was worth it. It paid itself off. Totally worth it.
Right.
But if you buy it at full price, man, you got ripped, dude. Like, bad investment.
Oh yeah.
Is there a reason why they barely last? Yeah, they're just shitty parts, man.
Right.
It's just
China parts, man.
Yeah, Chinese parts, dude. Die cast aluminum instead of real casting. It's just
Well,
they're not.
On the
not good.
tappet's plastic.
What's that?
On the tappet's plastic.
The what?
The
The
plastics.
tappets.
The
Tappets.
tappet valves?
Yeah, no, just the tappet. The tappets at the top of the valves are plastic, aren't they?
No.
No.
No, it's all metal inside there. It's just pot metal. It's really cheap metal.
Yeah.
They break real easy.
Like melt down all your Hot Wheels and then make a motor out of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Diecast.
cheap pot cast, die cast metal. It's not. I don't even think it's good die cast. I think it's pot metal.
No. Yeah.
You put any kind of pressure.
That's what it says. They're recycled Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So yeah, Troy. I mean, if you can get a decent price for it, man, you're never gonna get close to 3,000. I'll tell you that right now. It's not gonna happen. It won't happen. And that does piss me off that they sell the 150s, which are only like $300 more buying it online. Like you were saying, Alibaba. It would be like $650, $700 for a 150. And these shops turn around and sell them for almost $3,000. They're like 28,800 out the door. It's like, whoa, bro.
Well, if Troy wants it, he can have my one. I'll give it to him.
Right.
Are you surprised my bike has 3,300 miles and I haven't noticed any internal issues? Not at all. I mean, you're pretty average. You won't start experiencing internal issues until probably closer to 7,000 miles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like between 58 and 7,000. That's when part failure starts to happen. That's when your clutch goes, then your variator, then your roller weights have to be replaced. Your first belt will snap somewhere along the lines in there. Your blinker relay will give out. You'll lose a headlight. You'll lay it down. The plastics will get crunched. You'll duct tape it together like everybody else fucking does and put zip ties on it. Like you're only in the first part of ownership. So dude, you'll be driving along and your exhaust stud will snap and your exhaust will start to rattle from vibrations because it was never designed to be hooked up the way it is. Like there's just a multitude of different things. You've got a new one. It's fresh right now. Enough bumps will ensure that it's not fresh soon. Trust me.
What Troy needs to do is go ahead and find a bike that he wants, a dependable one, and then just casually advertise that one on Craigslist or something. And then, he doesn't need to get rid of it. So he doesn't have to take a low ball price on it. And when he gets what he thinks he can get for it, he can take that money and put it towards the bike that he really wants.
Yeah.
I mean,
or get another one that's exactly the same and use that one for parts for his other one. So
I mean, I'll blow your mind right now, bro. For what you spent, you could have bought a sports bike, a 600cc sports bike for $3,000, bro.
Yep.
Shit, for $2,500, you can buy a used 600cc super sport bike, bro. They're all over the place for that price. I never would have bought a scooter if I had that kind of money on my hands. Shit, first thing I would have done was been like, all right, I want a sport bike. I wouldn't have gone to a dealership. I would have just looked at Marketplace and been like, all right, let me go ride some of these, see what I think. I got one sitting in my garage, bro, that I'm selling for $2,500. It's a 600 and it only has 20,000 miles on it, bro. It's a product of Japan. It's a Suzuki 600 Katana, man. It's a fucking rev monster. Take you to the moon and back.
Well, I will say this: in bigger cities, here in Idaho, I'll be lucky if I can even find anything even close to that.
Oh yeah, no. Ideally, dude, you want to go somewhere, like travel to pick up a bike. You know what I mean? You find them cheap if you just go to a different state. They're all over the place.
Oh yeah. I can go to
go
Colorado.
to Mexico. Motorbikes to motorbikes. They got two wheels.
If I could just steal one there and drive it back.
That's right.
I mean, I'm not trying to make you sad or mad or any of the above, man. I'm just a very honest dude, and I speak my mind. That's why this is the Shet Show. Like, if you've ever known me for a long period of time and you've ever watched one of my lives, we're normally pretty honest people in here. We're not going to sugarcoat shit. We're not going to beat around the bush. We're going to tell you the facts, and that's what it's going to be.
Yep.
You know,
We're realists.
right? We don't. Yeah, that's what happens here. So look, you could have bought a Honda Reflex for like $1,700, bro, and that's a 250cc scooter, touring maxi class scooter. You know, and it sucks. It sucks to say that because they're all over the place. They're everywhere, dude. I don't think, like, if I went online right now and I just typed in Honda Reflex, right, there'd probably be 15 of them within a 100-mile radius of me.
Right.
You know, that are under $3,000. Let's see here. Honda Reflex. Yeah, $2,400, 15,000 miles, $1,500, 2004 Honda Reflex, $1,700, 2005 Reflex, $2,400, 2004 Reflex. You know, and these scooters are capable of highway speeds, man. We're talking 70, 80, 90 miles an hour, bro. They're maxi class cruising scooters. You know, this one only has fucking 310 miles on it. This guy's selling it for $2,750. It's a 2007.
Wow.
You know, that's a liquid cooled, fuel injected monster that'll just cruise you all over the whole country and you'll be fine.
Right.
No kicking gears, just pull back on up the speed you go, you know. Mr. Welsh. This is our superhero guy just entered the chat. I call him Wheels.
Wheelies.
What's up, Wheels? Nah, he's cool. But anyways, I've been trying to sign off now for like half hour. I gotta go to sleep soon because I gotta be up early as fuck.
Yeah, me too.
So. Well, we'll do this again. This is fun. We should run another Shet Show pretty soon.
Hell yeah.
My mom said she asked our family other options besides the scooter, and they didn't give her any suggestions. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know, dude. I would have felt way safer on a motorcycle than I ever would have on a scooter, bro. Scooters scare me. I love them, but they scare me because they don't handle the road. They don't have the power to get out of the way of cars. They don't handle the road the same way. When it's wet out, they're a totally different balance factor on the rain. So, yeah, man. It's food for thought, bro. Sell that thing, get a bike. Get a real machine. Get a man's machine, bro. You want chicks to throw their panties at you when you're riding by and show their titties. Oh my God, I got a bike. Let me show you my titties.
Right.
Or drive a truck.
Does that work, Dan?
What's that?
They show you your titties?
Hell yeah, because on the side of my bike, I'm gonna have a little sign when I go ride through town that says I rate tits.
Yeah.
You know?
There you go.
Me, I'll scream a number at you.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, boys. New name for Mike, is it?
What's that?
Mike, is that a new name for Mike? Mike Titty Rater.
Mike Titty Rater. Oh gosh, Mr. Wells said hi and goodbye.
Yeah,
hi and goodbye.
Well, Kiwi, it's been fun. Edgy.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Yeah, it's good to have you back, Mike.
Yeah.
You
good
stay
to see
alive.
Mike back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You stay alive now, Mike. Don't be passive. I think he probably fell asleep. His mic's off. I think he's been off for a while. He might have crashed already. Nah, he's drinking coffee.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, maybe.
A little bit of both.
Well, if you're there, Mike, good night. You can't say I didn't say it.
Yeah.
See, he'll watch the stream back.
Good night, Mike.
He did say good night. Get better, buddy. Hope you feel better soon, man. Hopefully things go smooth for you. I know what it's like. Oh, he's back. There, he unmuted.
Let's step away to drain the vein.
Oh, yeah. I got to shut it down here, Mike. I got to be up early as shit.
All right.
So, get better, man, and keep me informed. I will start pushing Discord. I just trying to hammer out a few things here still.
Right.
Before I start kicking Discord hard, because I got to make time for Discord. If there's going to be people jumping in here like right now, the whole idea of Discord and that new Facebook page I created was so that people had an outlet to communicate with me, talk, and ask questions.
Right.
So I got to make sure that right. When I'm ready for that, I'm ready for it. So, I mean, as much as I like the live streams, I only get to focus individually on one person at a time, and then other people get annoyed having to wait to have their question answered on
Right.
there. They can just ask me and tag me, and I can respond quickly.
Right.
You know, so it's a little different. But
Yep.
yeah. So, all right, gentlemen, thank
Okay.
you. Been fun.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you
All right.
too.
Good night,
All right,
everybody.
Mike. Yeah. Bye, chat. Later, everybody. We'll catch y'all on the flippies and stuff. And maybe I'll do some flying this week. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to.
Yeah.
It's just for the birds, bro.
Right.
Literally.
Yeah.
And okay, bye, everybody.
Okay. See ya.
I thought I